Good to go. I see enough dance before. Okay, are you ready? I'm ready.
SG to rock.
That was you last episode.
Oh yeah, I'm never doing the worm again. Anyways, just are you done? We're recording.
Brand deals in the middle of podcasting. Y'all acting. Got y'all backwards.
Look at Drake AI over here.
Yeah.
Did you hear the water AI?
Yes, I did.
That was really good.
It was actually really good.
That was really good.
Anyways, guys, welcome to episode.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Like Zoe, mama, I go
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
Shut the f up, Clyde. Except Trey.
They're relentless.
I feel like my headphones are really low. I don't know if
Really?
my headphones are low or if my sound is low.
You sound like better than I feel like you usually do.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh, thanks.
I remember thinking this last episode.
Oh,
and
maybe it's just the headphones then.
Maybe.
All
I
right.
do have the better ones.
Well, everyone, welcome to episode 36? Season 4 of the Relentless Diaries podcast. We're back with another week of a lot of mess.
Yeah.
If you watched last week, I did do the worm. I am not injured. I gave my crush the ick, but it's okay.
What do you say?
You asked?
It was what?
What do
You
you
asked
say?
him?
We're not talking about it. I just
Oh, there was
Oh.
discourse about
people
it though.
were like, so did you actually give the ick? And I was like, it was given. The ick was it was voiced that the ick was.
I mean, you're already a woman with a podcast. Maybe.
Is that an ick?
I don't know. I feel like podcasting has such bad PR. It's, every time I see a black person with a microphone in front of them, I just skip the video. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Podcasting has a really bad PR.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. I feel
I
like
hate that.
we
I think
work
we're
on the
alright.
good side of it, you know.
I think we do okay. But yeah, welcome to episode 36, season 4 of Relentless Diaries. I'm your main host, Zoe. I'm not doing any breakdancing this week, but you guys can go ahead.
I'm Tresor.
I'm Clyde Smith.
Don't do that.
I have no AKAs today. My mouth hurts to talk.
Pause.
Word.
Pause.
I went to the dentist today.
Yo, people don't like, no one prepares you for how terrible it is to go to the dentist.
It's just
Like, it's so necessary. Like, you have to go to the dentist. Like, if you're fortunate enough to have obviously benefits because it's not included. But if you do
I don't
have
have benefits.
that's crazy. So God bless you.
They need some content creator benefits.
They need a
somewhere.
content
Yeah.
creator like
But like,
union.
you need to go to the dentist, and it's the worst thing. Like the scraping and the whoosh, whoosh, whoosh and the
Drills.
spitting. Ugh.
The smell.
The dry
What
suction thing they
smell?
put
Why
in your
do y'all
mouth.
always got smells? What
The
smells?
smell of fluoride is kind of
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like the smell of your own breath. I'm like, okay, are you
Remember
okay?
they put the thing, and they'd make you.
Hey, we're not past 10 minutes. You gotta cut that.
Nah, it's okay. It's his. He got to deal with that.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
the worst because it's like it's guaranteed. You know you're gonna be in pain.
So
It's
much
guaranteed
pain. I hate it. It's
And I
gross.
think it's something about your mouth, like the pain in your mouth just hurts more than regular pain.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
but,
your gums, and I feel like I have sensitive gums, so like my
so do
gums
I.
bleed
a
easy
lot.
and-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The
Y'all had
blood
a
is
cavity before, and like.
They always
When
say
I
it's
was young.
flossing.
A needle
like,
in your
you have
gums?
to do more flossing. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
really help my bleeding right now.
When
Yeah.
I got my wisdom teeth removed, they put the needles in my gum. That hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, my gums bleed a lot. I have really sensitive gums, and my gums bleed. And it's just, ugh.
Yeah, it's
I hate a dentist be like, you floss more, you'll
like shut up.
Yeah,
the cavity will go away.
I don't know why dentists act like flossing doesn't hurt. They act
It
like it's
actually
just
hurts a
they
lot.
act like it's just something that
At least
people
for
are
me.
too lazy to do. I
No,
don't
I'm
do it
actually
because it
scared.
hurts.
Yeah, I'm actually scared.
I've started trying to soldier it now, and when I bought a water floss. That hurts a little bit less. But
Why
like,
don't you just get the stick? I like the sticks.
the sticks
The
are
sticks are a lot
better
better.
than
Yeah.
You
than
got a
the-
water floss.
Yeah.
Damn,
Got
that
it on
seems like
Amazon.
a bougie, like you're up in life.
No, it's not. They're like $30. They're not that expensive.
Okay.
Just get one on Amazon. It's not an ad.
Oral hygiene, kids, practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all, shout out to For Y'all Entertainment. I'm the only one who decided to come and rep. For Y'all hooked us up with some drip. So shout out For Y'all.
I've
Maybe-
worn mine before on the pod.
Yeah, I'm new here. I'm new to the For Y'all Entertainment.
Next time when my hair
PR.
isn't looking good and I want to cover it, I'll have.
But
a
if you
For
are
Y'all
watching, I'm
do
wearing
it.
it's a very comfortable hoodie. It's a very
good quality.
I'm not saying like I didn't expect it to be this good quality, but it's a cute ass
The
hoodie.
quality is really good.
Cute little crop, you know what I'm saying? It fits good. It's not too baggy. It's not too small. It's a very good fit. Maybe one day Jay and Trey will stop by
Maybe.
The Relentless Pod. Have a cute little link. I mean, we're like
Have a little podcast crossover.
a little
Have a little
podcast
Avengers,
crossover. Yeah.
Toronto podcast
yeah,
Avengers.
you know, we'll see.
We were talking about it off camera too. Shout out Jay and Trey. They've really, you know, did some classic work.
Paved
for
the
city,
way
you know?
for the city, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're listening from Amazon Podcasts, or if you're listening for Amazon Music, or you want to listen for Amazon Music, we are happy to announce that we are featured on Amazon Music for the rest of the month, partnered with ACAST for the independent podcast highlight for the rest of the month. So if you want to see our feature, we'll be on the homepage. I think they said it rotates every week. So shout out to ACAST and Amazon Canada.
Shout out to Jeff. Appreciate it.
Jeff Bezos.
We were talking about it at Darren's.
Like Jeff Bezos has any idea what's going on this level of Amazon. But yeah, shout out them for featuring us on the Indie Podcast page. It's lit. So if you are listening, take a look and tell a friend to tap in.
So
Anyways,
what did you do this week?
This week was fairly calm for me. I just did it was my little cousin's 16th birthday. It's like my little brother. So he turned 16, which I think is crazy. Watching like the little kids that like are like your little sibling that you kind of like help like grow up. Yeah, he's 16 and like 6'1", big kid. So that was my week. What else did I do this week? Work has been crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to Atlanta in December for work again, which I just found out.
Got down.
Doing that.
Fourth quarter is a busy time.
Yeah, I found out that I am a fearful avoidant attachment style.
Oh shit, you went to therapy.
No, I didn't go to therapy. I did like an online.
test.
I
The
did like an
online
online
test.
test.
Almost, guys.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw this tweet and it was like when girls are mean to their man or like guys that they like because they miss them, and that's like 100% me. Like, I will be mean to you first before I tell you that I miss you. Like, I just start acting like a complete like bitch.
Toxic.
It's not toxic. It's more just like, and I don't mean like actually like say like terrible things. I just get like a little like cold and like maybe a little like standoffish, whatever. But it's generally because like I actually miss them. And it's funny because like I posted that to my story and I'm like, yo, like why are women like this? Like, and I know a lot of women who are like that, and they were like, oh, like my friend, you should take this test. It's see what your attachment style is. And my cousin's like, oh, it's because you're a fearful avoidant. Like, I'm the same. Like, even with my husband, like when he goes on trips, it's like I'll start a fight like before he leaves. Like, I just get so like standoffish and weird because I know I'm gonna miss him when he's gone. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I did the test, and it turns out that I'm a fearful avoidant. So what a fearful avoidant is, it's someone who wants a relationship and they want love and they want a deep connection, but they're scared of abandonment. And that's kind of makes sense. Yeah. About me. So it's like, yeah, you want all like this love and attention to fall in love and be like, oh my God, head over heel. But it's like also like, actually, you're very scared of abandonment and rejection, which I kind of feel. It's pretty accurate. I won't lie.
It's a trend
What's a trend?
in your life. It's something
Yeah.
that I think it's like a bone of contention almost.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes if I like feel like something bad's gonna happen, I'll just like pull away. So it's like, you're not gonna do this. Scared.
They say that about people who've been single too long. It's like the moment something you don't even like remotely happens, it's like, hey, I'm gone. You pull out.
I wouldn't say that I'm gone, but I have like tension moments, you know, where I'm like,
Do you shut down?
sometimes. Not like, I try not to anymore. Like I feel like I'm more aware of it. Like I can feel myself shutting down, so I like actively try not to shut down because I hate when people do it to me, so I try not to do it to others. But yeah, I've definitely done that in the past.
Interesting.
But I'm trying. So one of my goals, and I hate doing like New Year's goals, but I'm gonna try to be. You're supposed to be a secure attached in your relationship, or like when you with people, you're supposed to be a secure attached. So I'm gonna try to move into secure attached and not be a fearful avoidant. And it's funny because they like email you like your results, like this graphic, and the graphic is like a girl with like her arms crossed in the dark, and like a guy's behind her like want to approach her, and she's like, can't be loved, scared, unwanted. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
What?
I'm like, what kind of graphic is this? And why did y'all send this to me in the email? But anyways.
You should have told us you were doing this, and we should have all done the test, and then we should have come
maybe
back.
I'll send it to you guys, and next week we'll revisit this. That'll be cute. Yeah. It's actually, and I sent it to someone. It's a really good test to do.
I like we should have a therapist on one day as a guest.
So we can have breakthroughs together?
Yes.
Oh, God. Maybe.
I'm not that close.
I feel like Jafina's not a therapist, but I feel like Jafina would be very good to have to try to like draw emotion out of you. Cause like Jafina is like the type
She
to
has
be
good
like,
videos like that, yeah.
like not even videos. Like if you ever spoken, we've had Jafina, if anyone knows, we've had Jafina on the show before. She's like a great, like positive, she has her own like show and like YouTube channel, all that stuff. But like, if you ever seen, like talk to Jafina in real life, like when she asks you, how are you? Like she genuinely means like, no, but like, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, but like, how are you? And you're just like you want to cry. You're like, dude, why are you asking me this? So, and like all your traumas start coming. You're like, damn, Jafina, we're in a party. Why are you asking me how I am like that?
I appreciate people like that.
I do.
So you
I
good?
do.
I'm good. And then they just...
Yeah, but they're like, no, but how are you?
just-
Yeah, it's like, I'm just like, no, not how are you? Like, how are you? Like, what is new? Like, how are you feeling? I'm like, girl, damn. Yeah.
Jafina will always leave you with a parable. There's one thing about having friends like that, because like me and Jafina are good friends. So like you can't, like anytime you talk to her, it's gonna turn into some sort of life lesson.
Yeah, which I appreciate though.
I like people like that.
Yeah.
Y'all
I
think
agree.
therapy works for real?
Yeah. Why
You
would
think
it not?
it's a scam?
I don't, it doesn't work on me. Like, I've
What
never
do you
believed
mean?
in
What
it.
do you mean it doesn't work on you?
But are you willing?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times, but like, I just don't see the point in like talking about something to a person where you don't know me in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only with you for like an hour.
But do you feel guarded when you go into therapy?
No, like I go in willingly and openly, but like at the end of the day, it doesn't solve like what's gonna happen in the next 2 days. You know what I mean?
That's
But
not what therapy...
that's not what therapy
let's
is.
go.
That's already
Let's go,
you
son.
already have a misconception of therapy.
Okay, then explain.
Maybe
It's
you
not a
need-
solution. Like,
Maybe
it's
you
a-
need a new therapist.
I've tried like maybe 2 in my life, and like
That's not. But people say like some people you can be grateful enough to find a therapist, a good one off rip. Some people say you have to shop your therapist, right?
I agree
Which
with
can
that,
get
yeah.
expensive. And I sometimes it's hard. You try this one, oh, it doesn't work. You gotta try it. So you need to shop your therapist. But I do think that therapy works. But therapy, it can't really be like some people have like maybe a couple. If they're going through a hard time, it's like very time sensitive. A couple like sessions can work. If it's like you're trying to unpack deep root trauma, it's more of like a long game, right?
I also think you don't need...
we ain't doing all that.
I feel like you don't need things terribly wrong with you in order for therapy. Like I think
agree.
they're like it's a very healthy thing. I think people shouldn't that stigma around it. You know?
No, I think therapy
I
is
don't
very
like that.
healthy.
I
And
would go
think-
if it wasn't expensive.
Yeah,
it
I
is
think
expensive,
therapy
though.
is healthy for people. Like personally, I think it's healthy for relationships, whether it's siblings, parents, couples. I think that stuff is good.
Zoe, if you were to have your therapist, do you like off rip? Do you feel like you'd want like a specific gender or race or something?
I don't think so.
Because I've heard people express like, oh, I was shopping around my therapist and like I just realized I can't have a man as a therapist, or I need a black person as my therapist. And I feel like that's whenever I have therapy chats with other black people or whatever, that's what they express. You feel that way?
I don't necessarily think so. That's just, and also like I feel like people in that profession, like I just want to find someone that I can connect with, whether it's a man, a woman, black, white, Asian, whatever. But I feel also the same way. This is gonna be a weird like comparison, but like gynecologists, like some women refuse to go to male gynecologists. I would go to a male gynecologist, or I would go to like I don't mind. Like I've had like my pap test done by a male doctor before, and I'm not like thinking about it. But I've also had pap tests done by a female doctor, and she literally gave me vaginal PTSD. I think I've talked about this, have I not?
Damn.
Maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
not
Yeah.
really.
So I went to a female doctor for my first pap test ever. You're supposed to get your first pap test. I think it's like a year or 2 after you become sexually active. So I was fairly young. Not too young, but enough to be like, okay, this is, yeah. But she like cranked my vagina open like so quick. And obviously when you get a pap test, right? So men always ask me these questions. So let's just be very open, right? So when you get a pap test, right, they insert like this, I'm gonna call it a device. It's like it's an opener. It's like a device that like opens your vagina so they can actually like see inside, feel around, swab it, right? And they test for like STIs, they test your pH balance, they test for cervical cancer, like what's it called? Cells, things like that. So she was like, okay, like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. So you're supposed to gently, insert the device and like gently open it. She just cranked that bad boy. Like I was like a freaking like whale. I was like, bitch, do you understand? Like this is not Like, bro, I clenched. I almost kicked her, and I was like, yo. She's like, okay, like, don't worry, almost done. I'm like, no, not almost done. Like, this is fucking hurting. Like, this is crazy. And then she did it, and I was like, yo, that was not okay. Like, I don't even think that was, like, you didn't even, like, ease into it. Like, you just straight, like, clump, like, opened it, and now my shit hurts. And then, like, my coochie muscle started spazzing.
Jeez.
And it was like that for, like, a couple months. I went back to, I'm like, bro, I'm like, yes. I went back to, I'm like, bro, like, I'm having, like, these, like, little like muscle spasms. And he was like, and he asked us, he's like, have you had like any sexual assault? I'm like, sexual? I'm like, no. Like, I'm sexually active. I have no sexual assault. He was like, no, like, history of like trigger warning, like rape. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. And he was like, did you have like any type of trauma? And I was like, well, I got a crazy pap test done a month ago. He was like, was it painful? And I was like, yeah. He was like, it could be like a reaction.
Wow.
And I was like, that is nuts. But it stopped. But yeah, apparently it's like a PTSD thing.
That's what that sounds like.
And you have like
your
little,
PTSD.
Like, it's like little coochie spasms. It doesn't hurt, but it's like you feel like whoa. It's like in your
muscle twitch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a muscle twitch. It doesn't hurt. It feels like in your coochie, and you're like, okay, what was that?
I knew this was gonna.
And
be
you
a heavy
can't control it.
episode,
It's involuntary. Is that heavy? I mean, maybe it's a little heavy, but
goddamn.
But yeah, go to I'm saying it's the same thing. Like and the male doctor did a very great vaginal exam. So it just depends on who is comfortable with your body or whatever, right? So same for therapists. That was where I was going with that. But anyways.
How was your week? Any more racist? Any more injuries?
Oh yeah, I got hit by a car. It was crazy. No, but
oh my.
No, it's not. But what happened? I didn't have like too much of an eventful week. You know what I did though? I went back to an old place of work. You know, went back to the restaurant I used to work at. You know, that's how I knew I was a good employee because they were showing out. You know.
Oh, you went as like a guest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They
and
were.
I went there and I was like, you know.
You Pretty Woman them.
Yes.
Is that what happened in Pretty Woman?
Didn't
she like go back and she was like to the store? Was it the store?
I've never
I don't
watched
know. Maybe
that
I'm
movie.
wrong. Okay, so continue.
I haven't had to. And then today was just logistically getting here was the craziest
Logistically.
Yeah, it was
you
the
said
craziest.
logistically crazily.
Logistically.
Got it.
L-A-W.
I mean, you have no shoes on, so.
Yeah, you know, this is what we're dealing with. Consistency.
He was trying to hide that.
I know, whatever.
Someone would have saw it, and it would have got in the comments by now. Someone would have saw it.
That's like I seen that on Andrew Schultz's podcast. They have like a rate your feet thing for guys even.
What?
Rate your feet.
Yeah.
I don't care about men's feet.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't, like, to me, you know, like men, I mean, I kind of maybe would understand why men care about feet, but, like, I don't care about men's feet. Like, if your feet are, like, ugly, unless you're, like, fungus, like, mashup, that's different. But, like, if he just has, like, big, like, feet, I don't care. Like, ugly feet, like, it's whatever. It's like it's a man's foot. It's not going to be a cute foot. It's a man's foot. Men don't have cute feet.
I don't have cute feet.
Yeah.
So I'm hiding them.
Anyways.
But thanks.
How was your week?
How was your week, Tresor? God damn.
It was cool. I only did a couple things. I went to a very nice party on Friday.
Oh, I was waiting. I wanted to hear about this.
Shout out to T-Rex. He does this party called Nostalgia, and he hasn't done it, I think, in a while. It was like a couple of years. I believe he hasn't done it over the pandemic. So earlier in that day, he was doing a talk with Fat Joe, and then later on, like a few hours later, was the party. So I ended up going to the talk because like they just sent me the email of everything. I went to the talk. First of all, I couldn't find the place. I'm walking up and down Queen Street, looking on my GPS, and it's some like side door. They need to get a better like sign for that place. And then, so boom, I'm in there. I get there like halfway through. He's talking to Fat Joe. Fat Joe's actually like very funny. There was one part that killed me. So T-Rex asked him something about like Canadian artists or whatever, and he's like, yeah, you know, Toronto's killing it. He's like, Drake goes crazy. The Weeknd goes crazy. Justin Bieber goes crazy. And then he's like, Tory Lanez before he got in trouble, yeah, like that guy was really, really talented. And then everyone kind of laughed, and it settled, and it got quiet. And then he was like, he looked at the crowd, and he was like, he's in trouble. And then everyone laughed again, and it got quiet. And he was like, no, he's in trouble.
Oh my God.
And he just kept going. He's like, it's one thing to be in jail, but like, you're in LA jail with the gang member. Like, he was.
I can picture him saying exactly.
It was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
So then, boom, party. I mean, that ends. fast forward to Nostalgia. So I'm up in T-Rex's booth. The unlimited Douce. The Douce is flowing. I actually wasn't drinking at all this month. That was my one exception. I will continue not to drink for the rest of the month. That was just the one day exception. So we're up there drinking, but it's like a very skinny balcony. It's very like the length of the balcony, it goes around.
What club was this at?
It wasn't a club. It was like a vent. It was
on Queen.
It was Queen and Dover courts.
Oh, okay, like really west.
Yeah, it wasn't a club, but I don't know how to explain it. So we're up there. There's a lot of people in these booths that were quote unquote VIP. So we're there chilling, whatever. Everything's cool. I see a few people, 1985 was there, like divisions managers and them type of people. And there's like a door right beside where the booth is. And then I see some white guy walk in. And then I see a couple like familiar faces, if you know what I mean. And then the white guy, because I'm standing like right beside the door. They're like, excuse me, we're going to need you guys to shift over to the next booth. As soon as he said that, I was like, I know what's happening. I was like, I know what's happening. So everyone shifts. A couple people start coming in. Drake comes in, right? Right there in front of our booth. But it's so packed that like there's nowhere really to go. So I'm standing right in front of the balcony, and Drake is like standing right beside me, right? Like he hails me or whatever, but you know those ones when it's like it wasn't like a I know who you are hail. It was like a I'm being polite and you're standing right in front of me type of hail, you know?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it was so
a polite hail.
Yeah. It was so packed that like I could have stayed there, but I'm like, yo, I'm not staying here. I'm not. So I went farther down. They were there for a little bit, and then they went down to the stage. But at this point, before he went down, actually, no, right when he went down, Fat Joe came out to perform. Because Nostalgia was just like a party. I seen all the like blogs and stuff were saying it was a karaoke party.
Is that how it started?
I heard it was a sound clash. That's what I saw.
No, okay, so let me tell you what happened. It was just a part. It was like cozy.
But I've been to Nostalgia before, like years ago, and it was it's just a party.
It's just a party. It's like cozy. Like there's a stage
okay.
and there's an MC and a DJ and like people on the stage.
Not venue specific.
Yeah. So Fat Joe comes out, and I don't know what it is about Fat Joe's music, but live when he's there, those songs rang off.
Make
like,
it rain.
He would just say a 1-2 thing, and then he'd be like, he'd look at the DJ and be like, drop another tune. Bam, 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 bam. I was like, oh, like he's a really good like live performer. Those songs just hit really well. And then I looked down, and Drake is in front of the stage, like he's in the crowd, but in front of the stage with like security guards around him. And there was like a booth like on the front of the stage for him, like bottles on the front of the stage for him. And he was down there like the whole time while Fat Joe was performing, just like rapping in the crowd and whatever. And then eventually he got on stage. And then I think it was during the R&B set where him and T-Rex kind of started like clashing like back and forth. And he would like do a little talk. He's like, I remember standing outside of this club, standing outside of Palladium, hearing this song. And then they drop it. It's, I'm like a bird. Like, they were going back and forth. And it was really interesting, And I was like, I know the blogs are going to pick this up. And I want to see how, like, what angle they're going to go with it. But it was definitely a cool night. A lot of Douce. And then later on in the week, like I just said, I went to the dentist. But I did the 2 out of the 3. I feel like black people don't like to go places where people can tell you bad news. And it's true. And there's 3 places specifically: the doctor,
facts.
the dentist, and the mechanic. I had to go to the mechanic and I had to go to the dentist.
The doctor's number 1 for sure, though.
Black people hate going to the doctor.
That's facts.
And I feel like just in general, like I said, I just don't think people want to go places where someone can tell them bad news.
But especially black people, though.
Yes. So I had to get my oil changed. And and like the filters in my car changed because like obviously they needed changing. And actually when we went to go pick up the 4 y'all stuff, Zoe was in my car. I picked her up. Zoe was in the car. She got in the car. She's like, "Did you burn your tires?" I'm like, "No, it's just like the air, like the heater, like the air just needs to change." She's like, "So are you gonna fix it?" I was like, "Yeah, like I'm gonna fix
some
it."
Toxic air in that.
Like
bitch.
I'm good. It just
like, as soon as
smelled
I got in, I was
hot.
like, "Yo, something's on fire."
So I had to get that fixed and the oil changed. And you know the finesse that they try to pull.
Yeah.
Bro, they called me. They're like, "Yeah, you know, we changed the oil and we fixed the filters, but we found that your front axle, whatever, is torn to shreds, and this is concerning because one large pothole and your axle could fall out." I'm like, "Okay, so how much would that be to change?" They're like, "Yeah, if you wanted all Nissan products, it would probably be around $2,000, and your rear brakes are down to 4 millimeters, so that would be $700. I'm like, "All right, let me call you back." So I called my brother-in-law because he's like the car guy, and I told him what they told me, and he's like, "Bro, that's literally impossible. Like, we did a full inspection on that car before like that's impossible." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna call them." He called me back. He's like, "Yeah, like they were adding a lot of sauce. Like it's wearing down, but they added so much sauce." And that's what mechanics will do. They try to
sure.
They use fear tactics. They're trying to make you move, like they're moving like the car's gonna explode the next time you take it on the highway.
Yeah.
It's not true. Like it's just simply not true. So that happened, and then I went to the dentist, had to get a cleaning. I have not been to the dentist since like before the pandemic, like 2019.
Tresor.
What do you mean ill? We were in a pandemic. When was I going to the dentist?
I'm pretty sure you can still go to the dentist in the pandemic.
I think I
I'm
went to the
almost
dentist
positive
during the
I
pandemic.
still went to the dentist during the pandemic.
Well, I never had a dentist.
Yeah.
Like when the rest of my family cut, like I didn't know where to go. So I just decided to go, went, and I was like, "Yo, I better not, like I don't have no time for no cavities, nothing. They did all my stuff. They're like, "Yeah, you know, you're good." Especially for someone who hasn't gone since 2019, like it's rare to like not have cavities. I'm like, well, I mean, like I don't eat candy. I don't really drink soda like that. Like, so hopefully I could just stay on a good trend with my teeth because I hate the dentist. And then, you know, you're supposed to technically get a cleaning every 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be fully transparent. I'm not doing that. I'm not going through that pain again in 6 months. I need at least like 8.
They'll ring
I
you
need
down
like 8
if
or
you-
9. Yeah.
Yeah, they ring your phone down. Like, as soon as that 6 months hits,
Yeah.
they're on
They're
your
on
line.
top of that shit. Yeah.
And
on your
I'm
line.
just gonna push it. I'm just gonna keep pushing it. I need some time to recover
6
mentally.
months is a lot of time to recover.
I don't know, man. 6 months comes. 6 months comes very quickly when
For
it
a
comes
teeth
to the
cleaning?
when it comes to the dentist. 6 months comes very quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Feels like you were there yesterday.
Exactly.
I mean,
Because that hurts. Like they were scraping up my mouth, and she even told me, she's like, "Yeah, this is gonna hurt a little bit." I was like,
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
It was a lot.
So you were at this party on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
on the same day that Drake's Deluxe came out.
Was it Friday?
That's when music comes out.
No, I'm trying to think. Was the party Friday or was it Saturday? I feel like it was Friday. It had to have been Friday.
So it was Friday.
Yeah. It was Friday.
When Drake came out with For All the Dogs, he had a performance at Scotia, right?
Yeah.
And you were there? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So the time before that, he released an album. Was honestly
never mind.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and he had a release party for that, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I was not there.
You didn't go to that?
I wasn't
I was in
there.
Italy.
I could have. Oh, you were in Italy.
One of my friends went, but I didn't go. I was in
And
Italy.
this
okay.
wasn't a Drake party. This was a T-Rex party. I just knew that Drake was gonna show up because they're like,
I was
good
so
like
sure
that.
you went to that party.
No, I
My
wasn't.
angle is totally.
Yeah,
flawed.
I remember because my friend was like, "Oh, I'm going to blah blah," and I was like, "Girl, how am I gonna do? Want me to fly home for this damn party?"
that
Hell
party.
no.
That was during Italy?
That party.
Yeah, I was in Italy.
That party showed me a lot about a lot of people, bro. Just because no, from a different angle. From a different angle, it showed me a lot because that party showed me that like a lot of y'all girls are just liars. Like, cap. A lot of you girls are liars. Because you know how girls will be like, you can't show me things short notice because I have to get ready and I need my ride. And
Not
I
when
have
it's
to.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
That party was like told literally like a couple hours before it happened. That's
Yeah.
when everyone found out. So you guys left wherever you were, got home, got your stuff together, sorted your ride, put on your makeup, somehow you were able to make it. But when I'm having a party, you need 3 months in advance notice. Cut it out. But anyway,
God damn. Okay.
Yeah, no.
but you can't hit the game. I mean, if Drake
Yeah,
calls, they're gonna go.
It's the boy.
It's
Oh, yuck. Anyways, I hate that nickname.
Joking. Jeez.
That nickname drives me nuts. Anyway, speaking
I
of...
was being sarcastic.
We have a heavy pop culture segment. Let's get into it. So we can start with, speaking of Drake, Scary Hours 3. To me, he went 6 for 6.
amazing.
He went, this is what I was looking for on For All the Dogs.
Old Drake back.
I'm still trying to find the love for All the Dogs. I'm digging deep.
Really? Even these 6 didn't make
Tresor was
the rest
playing
of it
it in the
better?
car, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to find the love for
There's
the album.
some bangers on
there
that
are
album,
some bangers,
man.
but I don't love the album. I do love Scary Hours 3. I like all 6 songs. I love what he was doing. It was great. Like, he's
He was
storytelling,
rapping
he's
on
throwing
there.
out bars. The bars are not corny. The production is great. Like, this is what I want.
He was
like,
rapping. I like that.
He was rapping, and like when he told like the whole storytelling. And like I said,
Shoe fit.
I don't mind when it comes to Drake. I don't mind misogynistic, petty, dickhead Drake. I actually prefer misogynistic, petty, dickhead Drake. I like it. I like the clever misogyny. I like when he's in his bag that I'm better than everybody and F you and F these girls and blah, blah, blah. That's what I like. I don't mind it. But when he gets too much into like the super deep, like it feels like he's crying a little bit too much, I'm like, come on, man. Pick it up, man. Like you're Drake. Like Bahama Promises, I was like, come on, man.
I love that song.
That's
No,
like my favorite song on the
no,
album.
no,
That's
no.
crazy.
That is my favorite song on the
Is it
album.
really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That song is amazing.
I can't.
Maybe so you don't like the subject matter.
It's the subject matter, and it's like it just feels like you're Drake. Like
That
what are
song
we?
is
What are we?
amazing.
What are
That's
we?
like
what
the
are we-
most unique thing about Drake is the fact that he makes these R&B songs where it's like, oh, you're with this other guy, fuck your old guy, like a Marvin's Room type shit. Like that, I feel like it's
But
almost
even like,
a different aspect of masculinity. The fact that he could get this off and sound cool, and other guys
but
like are
even
like,
like
oh, I see what
songs
you're
where
talking about.
he's like still like, and I'm not saying he's crying, but people say, oh, like he's crying. Like "Shot for Me," for example, like
Yeah,
that was
he's
an amazing
crying
song.
on it, but he still has a little bit of like grit to him. You know what I'm saying? Like. He's still saying like, yo, like I made you. Like I don't care. Like there's still some grit. I feel like he wasn't gritty enough on For All the Dogs. Like I thought he was very like I don't know. I feel like it was very, very soft. Like I
But-
just love a little bit of like, yo, remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
let me
like
counter with this though. If you didn't like Bahama Promises because of the content, what did you think about Jaded? Because everyone loves Jaded, and it's the exact same thing. Is this he's allegedly he's talking about a girl, how she left him, dipped out on him, did him dirty. There's no grit in
Yeah,
Jaded.
you're right, there
and
is no
people
grit in
love
Jaded.
One that's
Jaded.
like an elite Drake.
and
song.
I love Jaded. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hold you. I love that song.
Do you like that kind of R&B though? Like, do you like Begaman, like R&B?
But I don't think
Begamon-
that's beg R&B.
That's not really beg R&B, but I do like soft R&B.
Shot for Me and Marvin's Room and that type of stuff is Begaman kind of R&B.
I get where you're coming
I
from.
kind of see what you mean, yeah. But it's just like, I don't know. I just felt like, and obviously I also feel like the way, let me take it back. Let me scale back a little bit. I also feel like the way that he like promoted, like for all, like calling it For All the Dogs, like, you know, like it's for the men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like it was going to be more of like a, like the You Broke My Heart song.
Oh, that's gonna be on my Spotify Wrapped.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you
That's gonna be
kidding
my
me?
Spotify Wrapped.
Like that song is nuts. And the thing is, it has the perfect balance between like, yes, you're kind of revisiting a hurt, but it's like, yo, also like, yo, I'm that dog. Like, yes, fuck my
Payback's
ex.
bitch.
Yes. Does Mercedes make a hearse? Yes, nigga, you are dead to me, period. Like, that is what I wanted. Middle fingers up, turn up the stadium.
Yeah.
Turn up the stadium.
That's a turn up the stadium.
Like, are you
song.
crazy?
But
If that
Drake's,
song was on the tour, what?
Drake's good at that type of like little catchy little pockets of songs because he did it with what's the song on Her Loss, where he's like, gotta turn my bitch
Hours
up,
in
turn
silence.
my bitch up. And he just says that for like 30 songs, and you're just... So it's the same with this. He's like, for my ass, for my ass,
And then he did the melody. Oh my God.
Whoa.
I'm
All the
just saying
ad-libs in
names.
between, like...
Say a couple names.
Yeah.
Since you want the fame.
Those
Like,
are
are you
those,
crazy?
that's the stuff
You
that...
would have posted shit. You
Like,
would have.
are
I know
you
your ass
crazy?
too
That's
well.
the
Like,
stuff
let's
that
go.
people are gonna sing. So
Yeah.
that was crazy. But I also love that. I think it was...
And people
Shoe
were like,
fits.
sorry, like, even if you don't have an ex, there's TikToks like, yo, I haven't have an ex, and I'm here like, fuck my
Yo,
ex.
on Shoe Fits, he's shooting at the Mandem too, though.
He
He goes on both.
He goes on both.
And I like that. I took it in that, bro, that is a 6-minute song.
Yes, he is
Yes.
rapping for 6 minutes.
I love that.
Yes.
6 minutes,
yes.
and you don't get bored, and there's no drop off, and every bar hits. And he's
Exactly.
telling. And remember how I said a couple episodes, I'm like, yo, we're losing the art of telling a story in rap music. That's 6 minutes. Yes, he's taking shots and he's being a little petty and he's getting his shit off, but he's telling stories.
Yeah.
And he's
Like,
being...
what?
And the thing I like about that too is he's telling stories and he's being clever and he's dissing. But the way that he's dissing, Drake's disses are... They could be funny sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
on Middle of the Ocean, the like, for your birthday, your man got a party,
Party
bus.
bus.
Like, that's
Yeah,
funny.
we left that shit in 09.
On-
You should have came with us.
On Shoe Fits, a lot of those disses, especially to the men, are funny. You know, the part
He's
where
just
he
a
says,
QB. He just practices throws.
Yeah.
that's funny. And then when he said, your girl got a condo downtown and like you don't have a car, so you can't even drive
Yeah,
You're
down.
on the
Like,
yeah.
steering wheel, so
Bro.
you can't. Yeah.
that is hilarious, bro.
You and 5 of the bros be splitting the bottle.
Splitting
I was
the
like,
bottle.
God damn, bro, chill.
A lot
Like,
of, remember
yo.
saying, a lot of men felt it.
Yeah.
A lot of women felt the Linktree comments. You sucking dick on
Oh my
cam. What
God.
the fuck?
That was hilarious. And
Like-
then the end,
Everybody, the game started.
What he
I got a
pointed
new
with-
boo. And he said he's starting.
when he pointed
you point at the guy she's
at the
talking
guy,
about?
his James Harden.
What?
His little
Damn.
like his little stuff in the back. He's like,
Do
what
you
the
think that
fuck?
actually happened?
And and then he's like,
James Harden played at the Garden.
But I did the math because I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
how recent? But James
Or-
Harden first game starting for the Clippers was at the Garden.
yeah, I don't know if that necessarily happened, but like. He tied it in well.
Right.
Like the little like talking in the back when he's like,
What
"Damn,
the
you got
fuck?"
you got your girl taken by the sniper, huh? 13.
13.
Damn.
Or what he says on the beginning of like, I think it's the second track, was like, oh, Noel, say you quit. I said, nah, I got to quit again.
Yeah.
Like, I was-
Yeah. But my thing is, we're not ready for Drake to quit. Like, no one is ready for that. We're not ready for it. It's fine. We're not.
I think
rap
people-
music is not ready.
People
The
just
community
wanted.
is not
People
ready.
just claim they
Hip-hop
want
is
him
not
to
ready.
take a break.
That's
I
okay.
get that. I get taking a break.
But he also said, yo, I'm not the type of guy to like disappear for 2 years or 3 years and then come back. That's not me.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine.
The thing of that, like, I think this really exemplifies too, right? What I was saying when All the Dogs came out is that the reason people don't like this is because Drake has such deep bags, right? He can
Yep.
do the rapidy rap, he can sing with Bad Bunny, he can do the new stuff with Yeet, he has the R&B, he has the Honestly Nevermind type stuff. And it's like what you're saying, you don't specifically like that genre of Drake, right? Like you don't like the R&B, Begaman type stuff.
I do, but maybe it was like,
I don't understand why people thought that he couldn't rap anymore when there is
But that's a crazy
8
statement.
p.m. or the 8 a.m. in Charlotte, whatever.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like if you heard that, then you know that he could still rap at an elite level. Like, yo, Joe really got under his skin and
we'll
made him
talk
rap
about
for
Joe.
6 songs, man. Like,
freaking, I can't.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I loved it too. It
It
was great.
Scary Hours 3 is really.
It was really good. And I think it gave me a refresh. It gave me a little buck. Like I said, I wasn't really, like, yes, I was trying to get through for All the Dogs, but I wasn't really like getting through it. But I loved, he went 6 for 6. Even the song with J. Cole.
That is my rap prayers
Great.
being answered.
Red Button is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
cause like,
all fucking.
I'll push the red
that.
button. Like,
That part he went on for like 28 bars.
Yeah, 28 bars just saying, I will, like, yeah.
Exactly.
It was the
I will
same-
push it.
Yeah.
And I
That's
can't
crazy,
do it.
bro.
Do you think the J. Cole got two over him now? You know,
Okay.
people saying he smoked him on first person
Okay,
shooter.
I won't say he smoked him on first person shooter because Mucho, our friend Mucho, who we've had on this show, if you guys know Mucho TV, Mucho made a tweet and he was like, it goes, J. Cole's verse is better than Drake's first verse, but Drake's second verse is better than J. Cole's verse.
So they were even.
Yes. So, cause which in my head, the story that I'm painting is Drake had his first verse, heard J. Cole's verse, and then went back to do.
That's
'cause-
exactly how Budden breaks it down.
Yeah, but then, don't.
That's what he says, though.
Yeah,
It's like,
but
he does that whole verse, and then it's like, okay, I need to go get Takey.
Yeah,
And
because I won't lie.
switches the
Drake's
beat.
the way he ends the song is hard on first person shooter. Like,
Yeah.
I think he heard like, no, I
think
gotta
you're
run
right,
it up.
yeah.
And I respect that. I respect it. You know what I mean? Like, let the person, like, if you have a feature and someone comes hard on it, like, yo, okay, let that person motivate you. Like, yo, let me add something else. Let me do something. Like, you don't want to get washed on your song, but you also want to create a good user experience for your listeners. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what J. Cole said about it in the
Yeah.
Lil Yachty interview, is that Drake went for the song. Like, he went to make the song, like, the best it possibly could, rather than, like, I'm going to try and keep up with him and smoke him, right?
No, it's not about smoking him. It's about making the best possible experience for your listeners. No one, like, you don't want to hear J. Cole go off and then the song just dead. Nah, somebody come back. Like, let's do this. And that's exactly what Drake did. Rightfully so.
There's a lack of that, honestly. I miss that competition side of it.
Right.
Like when you hear songs and rappers go back and forth and like you compare which bars to each other, that shit's missed, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on this new joint, I think it was pretty even. I don't think
I think so,
anyone
too.
smoked anybody. They both had like really good bars. And one thing I like about Drake and J. Cole is they just have a way of just saying things that you've never heard before. Like it could be a very simple concept, but they're putting it in a way that just you've never heard. Like when Drake said, "We're the wave," like Christian Combs when he has a brush in his hand after the crease is laid.
We're linking up like
I'm
we freed the slaves.
What?
I said, what? Wasn't that J. Cole's first bar?
Yeah, and we're linking like we freed
linking up like we freed the slaves. I said, what?
That's a double entendre too.
That's so funny. My roommate is like the
Triple
biggest
entendre.
J. Cole hater, and I played that and he got up and like left and was so upset when he heard
Really?
that bar. Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Some people just hate lyrical stuff, like, you know.
I mean,
I like it. That's my That's my bag. My rap prayers were answered with
Even
Drake
the
and J.
beat
Cole.
choice, they were all very much just like no hook, just rap.
Vinyls
type
and
beats.
Alchemist.
You know what I also learned about myself too? When I listen
Conductor.
to music, I'm a production person. Like my mind
That's
goes to
important.
production first, and then it goes to, okay, let me hear the lyrics. But I feel like also, not to say For All the Dogs was lacking, but like The Shot for me has a very, like, the production on that song is great. Marvin's Room, the production I love. Jaded, I feel like I didn't like the production on Bahamas Promises.
I think that's,
I feel like it's
I think that's valid.
it's very melodic. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm a very production heavy listener. And they say some people, you listen to production, you listen to lyrics.
I'm lyrics for sure.
Yeah, I'm a production person. Like, I like to hear if the beat catches me, I might be sold if the lyrics match. But if the beat catches me, I'm already hooked.
A dude rapping his ass off can convince me the song's amazing, though.
Even if the
I love rapping.
And
you
even
know,
if the production sucks?
No, it's like I'll have to hear it a second time. Like,
Okay.
oh, this song's actually kind of whatever, even though dude's kind of.
Even though he's going off, but the
yeah,
production, to me, I'm a production. Like, okay, like this beat's crazy. All right, what are you saying though?
Yeah.
That's me. But
Contrast.
I mean, hey man, there people are saying that because Joe Budden called him out or whatever. But also like, and I hate talking about Joe Budden because I mean, you guys can say I don't like Joe Budden. I don't like the way Joe Budden presents himself in the media. I don't like the way Joe Budden, the way he handled this Diddy and Cassie stuff is stupid. Very, very stupid. And the way black media is handling this Diddy, Cassie stuff is extremely disappointing. And I've been tweeting about it since it started, right? Because this Cassie news dropped last week. I'm sure everyone listening already knows that Cassie, the singer, she's now a mom of two. She's married to a man, very handsome white man. That's, that's her family now. Why you look at that? I guess a
I
white
don't know
man
if that
can be
added
handsome.
anything to the story, but continue.
But yeah, but I mean,
Didn't
what do
need
you
that
mean?
part, but whatever.
Okay, whatever. Married, has two beautiful kids, whatever. It does add something to her. Why can't you say she's married to a handsome white man?
I don't think that matters, like we
Does
said,
it?
but hey.
Why? You guys think I'm hating?
No, it's cool. Continue.
Are you guys salty because I said beautiful or
Not at
handsome
all.
white man?
Not at all, Zoe.
Okay,
Continue.
anyways, I'm just gonna give some backstory to Cassie. Whatever. She's, and my thing is like, Cassie was a decent singer, but she wasn't like, she didn't have like, if you really look at like Cassie's top songs, like there wasn't much going on. But she was obviously going through a lot, which we know.
She had the ringtones on Smash though.
That's true. But whatever, she had a 1-2 banger, whatever. Recently it came out that she suing Diddy for, and it's for people, trigger warning for all the stuff that she's suing. It was, sexual abuse. It was physical abuse. It was sex trafficking. It was, forced substance. It was a lot. And my thing is, she's claiming this goes back to 2005. If you do the math, Cassie was 19 in 2005. She was extremely young. So everyone's like, oh my God, like, Why was you with him for so long? Why would she do that? She was young. And then my thing is, a lot of people don't realize how impressionable young girls are. Like, not to get too deep, but like, even with like the whole like R. Kelly thing. Oh, these 13-year-old girls are. My thing is, I told my mom, my mom said, like, oh, but these girls are so young. Listen, back then, R. Kelly was like the Chris Brown of our generation. I'm telling you right now, if Chris Brown was a predator and pulled up to my middle school with 13 and 14-year-old girls there, I'm telling you right now, Chris Brown could pull 13 and 14-year-old girls back then. We loved Chris Brown. Girls loved Chris Brown. Young girls loved Chris Brown. So if R. Kelly was that R&B star who could sing, he was good looking, whatever, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was a trap. But young girls are impressionable, especially if you are that star and you go and pull up to a middle school where girls already have crushes on you and posters of you in their room. You think it's that hard? Unfortunately, like there's a reason why they target younger girls, right? It's a power thing. They know it's easy. So yes, if Cassie being 19, 20 at the time, wanting a music career, and it's freaking P. Diddy, who's a multimillionaire, owns Bad Boy Records, whatever, businessman, entrepreneur, of course she's gonna be easily impressionable. Oh, why did she wait so long? Or she only wants money. How do you think civil lawsuits work? Of course you want someone to go into jail criminally, right, for abusing you. But if you know someone is at that stature where, like, it's very unlikely that Diddy, it's very unlikely that Diddy would face criminal charges for this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's very unlikely. But my thing is, even when you see cases of, like, police brutality or whatever, right? If someone gets off, what's their next step? It's a civil lawsuit. If you kill someone, right, and you get off, the family can sue you civilly. Even if you're not criminally charged, I can turn around and sue you for civil charges, which is what? A civil lawsuit is. You are going to owe me money. You are going to pay some way, shape, or form for the trauma that you caused my family. So I don't understand it's like we've never heard what a civil lawsuit is before. Why is it a problem now because an abused woman wants a civil lawsuit? But if a woman who loses her son wants a civil lawsuit, it's okay, right? Because she lost her son and her son, is no longer here because of police brutality or whatever. Or a white man killed her son. But you can sue the white man civilly and that's okay. But if Cassie wants to sue her abuser civilly, it's now she only wants money. How?
I also don't understand how people don't understand that being a reasonable compensation for something this heinous happening to you.
I don't get it either.
I think that, there's nothing that can undo that evil stuff that happened to you, but, yes, people, and I just couldn't get with that. People being like, okay, well, why does she need money for it? Like, what's that going to fix? That was the take that really bothered me a lot.
Exactly. And people like, oh, well, she settled. Well, that obviously means that there was validity to her claim, no? Like, if you settle, but then his lawyer said, oh, there's no admitting. But you settled, so then what is it? You know what I'm saying? And maybe, maybe they didn't want it to go to court or whatever. I'm sure that there's truth to her claims. Diddy has been a scary, even my mom, they know Diddy has been a scary person since the 90s. The Rolling Stone came out with an article.
Scathing.
That shows all of his violent history and relationships or, his music label or whatever dating back to the 90s. The Rolling Stone did that. How many black publications, how many black podcasts have released episodes or whatever in the last week and have not spoken on Diddy at all? Joe Budden sat there and told us behind a paywall to ask about his mom, his dad, his kids. Fuck you. What are you talking about? You guys sit here in the hip hop space. You know that hip hop has a dark side to it. You know that music industry, and you're gonna sit behind a paywall and now act like you can't reprimand these people? Why? Because P. Diddy pays your bills or has some type of money ties to you and your company? Or anything that you do? I don't get it. And I don't understand why black people and black are so scared to talk down behind people with this money. I don't get it, and it's disgusting. Why would it take the Rolling Stones to write an article about Diddy's history, but every single publication can skate around it like it's not a big deal?
I think, to what you're saying specifically, and I don't think, Budden is included in this, I think there's some black media outlets, Diddy owns one of the biggest black media outlets, right?
Right.
With Revolt.
Right.
I think, and look at that lawsuit and then chronicle his history and everything. I think I could understand why other black media publications would be scared of Diddy.
Fair.
Be scared to publish all this because look what he does. He gets down like that, right?
Right.
So that makes sense to me, but I don't know. It's kind of then you're in a tough situation as like as a media person, right? Because
Right.
then you can have bad boy people in your lobby waiting for you or something, right?
But and then in one breath, Joe Budden was like, and then someone brought up a previous clip where he talked about Diddy in the past, and he was like, I can talk about Diddy, and I went to Puff, and Puff understands what I do, and I'm a podcaster, and I bring the topics, and it's my job to bring the media and talk about things. So and he respects that. So you could talk about things when it comes to like his music or like things that he's done wrong with his label or he owes his label money or whatever. But when it comes to a woman, his ex calling for abuse, it's all of a sudden you don't know anything and you don't want to speak about it. It's not the point. No one's calling on you to say, oh yeah, abuse is bad. We know that. But you claim to have this ear to the streets and you claim to be in the industry and you know things. You can speak on your podcast, you can speak on whatever you want, but you can't say anything. You can't, like 50 Cent has been saying Diddy's a weirdo.
50's a different. That's
Like,
a different case.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a different
50 Cent's
case.
a different beast.
Yes.
A different
Yeah.
personality
But
for sure.
He's been one of the most consistent people on hating Diddy.
But my thing is, it's not even about hating Diddy. It's about,
Or having reason to, like.
right. I don't think it's about hating Diddy. It's about, if you know that this guy has done some weird shit, or you know that this guy is not a safe person, how hard is it for you, Joe Budden, to be like, you know what? Yeah, Diddy's not that guy. Diddy's actually has done some questionable things. He is a part of the dark side of hip hop. You didn't have to go into detail, but was it that hard if you just be like, yo, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Diddy has those allegations. There could be some validity behind it. Like I'm saying, don't act all of a sudden that you're so. And then he made it. We released another episode on Patreon. I had to make an edit because y'all almost got me. It's not about almost getting you. It's not about almost getting you. Black people need to speak up when it comes to this stuff. Like, I don't understand why. And the thing is, like, I feel like money makes people very scary. And that's why I always say I don't ever want to be in a position where someone has that much over me that I have to censor myself or question my morals because money talks that loud.
I mean, there's psychological studies that would suggest that the more money and more power you come into, you lack empathy.
Right.
Like, power diminishes empathy.
And I think
Which is what we're talking about more than money, right? Is power.
Right.
The grip that he has, pause on like everything, right? Sorry, hand gesture. But like, no, like look, wasn't there an investigation that the NYPD were doing, and then he settled and everything like that, and then there was no more, and then like, New York, the NYPD was like, oh yeah, we're not talking about Diddy at all. Like that's not an issue at all.
Yeah.
And you see pictures of Diddy dapping up Eric Adams. Is that the mayor of New York that's really against drill music and everything?
Yeah.
So, you can see who he has in his back pocket. Ye was bugging out doing Drink Champs and was kind of saying about how Diddy's a Fed and all these different things. So, like, there's a nasty chronicle of, like, there's a paper trail, right, for this guy proving that isn't a mission to kill.
Money and power, like, it makes the world go around. And in this situation specifically, I feel like this is definitely a black issue, but just to broaden it, it's true for like a lot of, because even look at the whole Epstein thing. All
Epstein,
the white,
Harvey Weinstein.
all of Hollywood knew what was going on. No one said nothing, and he just disappeared when he was gonna out everybody. Like, I think that might be some of the stuff that people scare. I think some people are like genuinely scared for their safety, so they don't want to talk.
Which is that's a fair point.
So like I can get why some people like who aren't really like who aren't in the best position to like 50 is 50. Like 50 is not scared of nobody, and even if there's any adversity, he has the bread to put up to whatever. Right. But I see like why some, if you're like just a regular guy. Right.
But my thing is like, don't puff your chest that you can talk about whatever, and I can do
that.
I
agree with. That I agree with.
When things come around, it's like, y'all want me to talk about this? Yes, nigga. What?
Yeah.
That's why I say not including Budden, because it is kind of.
And now these guys got me agreeing with DJ fucking Academics. Academics called it out, and I agree with him. And I can't stand Academics.
Shout out to Ack for standing on business.
Rory and Maul did too.
Yeah, I listened to that this morning.
Oh, I actually didn't listen.
They stood on it. So there are some people who are acknowledging it. properly. So shout out to them.
Be a real person and stand on business. Know your morals. But I'm saying, don't act like this. Yo, Joe Budden, I don't like that man. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all ever want to work with him. I don't like him. I don't like him. If he ever sat in this, you said that Joe Rogan and The Rock.
Well, yeah, I
If
just
Joe
think
Budden never sat in this chair, it's beef. I want smoke. I don't like you. I don't like the way you present yourself. I think you're a hypocrite. He's also an abuser, but then you don't want, like Joe Budden. I've seen the way you talk about women. I've seen him in the clubhouse bullshit. He's ugh. He gives me the nasty ick. Don't like it. I don't like people like that. And then you hide behind these paywalls. Like you're like this, ugh. Anyways.
a paywall to not even say anything.
Like, and then to act like we're crazy or the public is crazy for expecting you to make a comment about an industry that you talk about being in all the time. What?
Yeah, the fact of the matter is it sucks because the entertainment industry is a scary business.
Right? And then you have people who are under Diddy's album who are nominated for Grammys. You think the white Grammys are going to give any of those people Grammys?
No,
You
that's
think
over.
they'll unnominate?
That's over.
Like, you think
no,
it'll
They're
be
not
like-
going to nominate, but they're not going to
they're
win.
not gonna win for sure.
What?
And that sucks. And that does suck for all the hardworking, genuine people that like finally got a shot
Right.
on an album that was good, that they really felt like, yo, this might be my year.
Right.
It sucks for all like the genuine people. So yeah, so they're all like everyone. A lot of people are affected. By
I
this.
do not believe that what's it called? The Academy? I do not see the Academy actually co-signing
They wouldn't.
Diddy to
No,
get
that's
any
impossible.
Grammy right
It's
now.
not. It's not happening.
Not happening.
It's
And that's
not.
unfortunate for every artist who got the opportunity to work with a name that they thought was helpful and would be safe to put their name behind.
Yeah,
right?
it's not, that's over for that.
I think there'll be impact on this too, because it's very like, I feel like it'll almost make me jaded, because you've seen this guy rebrand himself to Love, you know, and he just was giving back all his former artists their masters and everything.
Right.
It's like, now anytime I see a mogul like just on a spree of positivity, I'm gonna be side-eyeing it a little bit, you know.
But
But that
didn't
sucks that that's just
Yeah,
how-
like now anytime I see something positive, I'm gonna have to.
But didn't Audrey O'Day say the same thing? She was a part of Danity Kane. Didn't she say the same thing like Diddy? Like, yeah, he does a lot of shady stuff and he's been doing shade with like her money, and apparently he gave her this like document to sign for like something about basically like signing away her rights to like speak on him and like get money for Danny Kane or whatever. And apparently she sent it to all the members of Danny Kane, but she told the girls not to sign it, but apparently they don't like her, so they didn't listen to her. But she's been saying like, yeah, Diddy's been trying to take control over Danny Kane and silence them forever. For a long time. Like I said, the entertainment industry is dark. I don't want no parts. I'm too emotional. I'm very sensitive. I don't think I could ever survive the entertainment industry. Because I'd be like, yo, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
You're in the entertainment industry.
Not like that. I don't think
You
I
mean
could.
to a degree, like a certain level.
I don't think I could get to like the level of like Diddy's
Mogul
and
status
mogul
and-
status. Like
It does. It definitely does get scary up there.
what are we doing?
Cause that's what like I think the higher you get in entertainment industry, it's when more things come into play than just the art. Because
Oh,
it's
for
like-
sure.
Because it's more like we said, it's business. It's big business. Like I don't know if a lot of people know, but well, yeah, a lot of people know, especially with hip hop, that like the streets is intertwined into hip hop.
Yep.
Very much so. But even bigger than that, like the drug world and entertainment in general are very intertwined. Like the mob and like big time hustlers and drug dealers and money gets funneled through entertainment. Like so much drug money gets funneled through the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Like washed it through all like movie companies and production companies, and it's a lot, man. It does get scary.
Yeah.
Money laundering.
But I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. And like I said, I feel like when you're in Hollywood, there's so many secrets. Like Keke Palmer's mom on that phone call. I don't know if you guys heard the phone call that came out last week about Keke Palmer's mom. She was spilling secrets about Usher being gay. And she made it seem like, everyone knows. Like, this is not a secret. Like, she made it seem like she was talking to Keke Palmer's baby father and was like, you're stupid. Like, you're worried about Keke Palmer or my daughter being at this concert dressing up. She's like, Usher's gay. You don't know that? Like, you don't even know the business. Like, you don't even, like, you're so dumb that you don't even understand, like, what Hollywood is. We all know. And it's like, yo, whoa. What, like, first of all, Yes, like, what are you talking about? Like, for Will Smith's fake assistant or whatever can go and do a podcast, and whether he's lying and claim that Will Smith, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is even happening at this level of fame?
Nasty business.
Like Tresor said, people can say anything, and all of a sudden you got to go sue for defamation of character.
That's the part that I don't like. Like, literally, like, I could blow up and become the biggest thing in the world, and Clyde could go on a random podcast and be like, yeah, I saw Tresor, like, murder 10 people and he had the bodies in his backyard. And now I have to go clean that
Sue me
up.
for defamation.
Like, now I have to, and if people already don't like me, because that's what, another thing that I've noticed too, like, if someone has a preconceived notion about you, or they have a narrative,
right?
Once they see something that confirms it, they're not going to look into it. They're just going to be like, see, I told you that guy was XYZ.
Yeah.
Certain allegations can't be overcome.
Imagine you blow up and you're like crazy level, and then Clyde does an interview. It's like, yo, I did a podcast with Tresor for a couple of years.
You know he actually smells bad?
Or like one day I came in and he was doing
you
this.
can't beat smelling bad.
And then like, obviously there's footage of us doing a podcast so people know that we're close. And then people are like, oh yeah, like maybe he.
And then some people be like, see, I knew there was something about
Exactly.
him. That's crazy, bro. And Andre 3000 was talking about it in his interview before the Flute album about how there's just something, and I agree that there's just something unnatural about fame and that many people knowing you. And I do agree that, like, as humans, I don't think we were designed for that. Like,
Absolutely.
that
It's
this
unnatural,
many people should not know who you are.
Yeah.
I agree,
That
but
much attention cannot be healthy for your brain at all.
No, it's
it's
not.
not. It's not, bro.
not.
And the more you get, I feel like the more you get into it, is the more, that's why it could take you down a dark path, or sometimes you just separate. That's why even me, even on like a smaller level, I, like, a lot of my stuff is social media, and I detach from social media a lot. Like, I don't even have the Twitter app on my phone. Like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to see all the opinions. Like, it's just, it becomes so much that it really can mess with you mentally, especially if you're like, I don't want to say like a weak-minded person, but if you just, like, you know, you can't handle stuff like that, especially negative things, it could really wear on you. And then the thing about social media is that events that have nothing to do with you can wear on you mentally. Like, that's why even when tragedies happen, or like murders happen and stuff, and it's on the internet, I don't want to see those videos. I don't want to see people getting killed. I don't want to see any of that, because that stuff stays in your brain. Like, you think it doesn't, that stuff stays in your brain. So
that's how I feel about the really big conflict taking place right now.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just on your timeline all the time.
But I mean,
you almost feel like a bad person though sometimes for detaching, right?
Yeah, but it's also like, I see the flip side where it's like, you need to
It's
see this
important
stuff
to
because
see.
this is
Yeah,
what's
I get it,
happening,
yeah.
right? Like,
I
this
agree
is
with
the
that, yeah.
only way that people will believe what's happening in Gaza.
get that.
Right? So it's kind of like, I see the part, and I had a conversation with my friend, I'm like, bro, like, a part of me wants to be like, oh my God, like, detached from it. So I'm like, yo, I have the privilege to detach from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are living this every day, and I have the privilege to hide a post.
To choose to not engage with something is a huge
It's a huge privilege.
I just mean, like, just the narrative, where even like the news, I used to think about it when I was young. I used to hate watching the news.
It was depressing.
Yeah, and it's like, there must be, like, you're showing us so much bad news. There must be good news.
Yeah,
but the
but
good
good
news
news
isn't
No
gonna
one cares
make,
about
It's not
that.
bringing, it's not
like,
bringing
the
traction,
good news isn't
unfortunately.
gonna make the news.
That's
And
why
I don't like that.
They amplified stuff, like when COVID was happening. They made stuff up just to make like the numbers like go up. That's how they got most of the information from COVID.
Yeah.
It's like all the news numbers, cases rising. It's like
Yeah, and none, like, if you really like go back and think about like all the media that happened during COVID, it was a mess.
It was all day,
They had
every
no
day.
idea what was going on.
And that was all
Wear
the news
gloves.
was.
Don't wear gloves.
All
We don't
day,
need
every
masks.
day.
It's not airborne. Wear masks. It actually is airborne. Don't touch that surface. Oh no, it's not on surfaces. You can't live on your hands. You can live on your hands. It's like, did anyone know what's going on?
When you
Don't
catch
go
it, you're-
outside. You can't have more than two people
when you're
around you.
when
Don't
you-
breathe.
When you catch it,
No
you're
air.
sick for 2 weeks. But
Yeah,
then when you
yeah,
catch
miss
it,
it.
now you're only sick for 3 days. But when you catch it, like, you can't spread it to other people. But now you can.
2 weeks locked up in your house.
Just sorry, you
Food under the door.
You unlocked the suppressed memory for me for that. I remember, like, I'm thinking, like, when I was a kid, it used to be like, you know, cartoons and The Zone and all that until 4:35.
Yeah.
And then Young and the Restless comes
yeah.
on at 4:30. And I don't know about you guys. If your parents watched Young and the Restless a lot,
hell
I don't know if you
yes.
guys know about Victor Newman.
Yes.
But I feel like the theme music for
Was scary.
not scary, but it's very ominous.
Eerie. It was
It's
eerie.
very like, oh, some bad shit's about to happen.
Now that you say that, yes.
Yeah, it is.
But I know what you're saying. I think soap operas in general
Yeah,
just
that's what
have
they're-
a very like
Stress.
eerie undertone to them. It's like you're just waiting for bad things to happen. How it's shot, how the music, I completely get what you're saying.
So then you get Young and the Restless, just like, ominous music, an hour of soap opera and dramatics, everyone's stressing, and then the news comes on right after 5:30. More depression.
17 people in Knoxville, Tennessee have been, and it's like, damn.
Yeah.
And that's how they start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon news. 17 people in Knoxville, Tennessee have died from, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy,
you're very
bro.
right. You're very right. But I mean,
News be depressing.
that's
tough,
the news and that's
man.
the world that we live in. But I mean, the last topic we have for pop culture before we move on to some lighter stuff, I mean, is parties, little.
Yo, what a week, eh?
It's been a wild week in black pop culture. But Meg Thee Stallion, she released her song Cobra a few weeks ago. She had a bar saying that, basically alluding to her ex. She didn't say who, but, her ex-partner or whatever cheating on her because he slept with someone or did something with another woman in the same bed or in their bed. And then that bar just set Party off, and he released a whole song just going in on Meg Thee Stallion. Do you think it's justified?
That's how you're going to start?
Yeah, do you think
Is it
what he
justified?
did, do you think the full comeback diss record of what he did was justified? I'm asking both of you, so whoever wants to go first.
I think.
Nah, he's got it.
What I'm going to say is, I think that people are allowed to react to things however they please. Is that not what people say? Like, you can't, you can't monitor someone's reaction.
You can't control how people react.
You can't control how people react.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you're saying, so she chose to put that bar in that song. You can't control if he wants to ignore it, react to it, whatever.
If you slap someone, they might drop kick you after.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Do you think that people have a leg to stand on when they say, like, as a man, why are you dissing or why are you making a diss track to your ex or your woman, or why are you trying to rap about a woman or whatever?
Yo, the fear in this topic.
They look so scared. I don't know why.
No, people know where I stand on that.
What?
On the whole as a man stuff.
Do you think men making diss tracks about women should be like off limits in like rap and hip hop?
No.
No.
Okay.
Really how I feel about it.
Talk it. This is our show.
Yeah. It's almost like it like lowers women. It like puts them on a lower pedestal if you're like, oh, you can't even, say anything negative to this person. You can't make diss tracks about a woman just because they're a woman. It almost seems like, oh, women aren't strong enough to deal with that. They don't have the mental capacity to deal. You should leave women alone. They can't I don't.
I can see that angle. Okay.
Like,
That's how it sounds. It's like, why? You don't think that they're able to stand on their own legs and for a diss track?
Right. Do you think he went a little bit too deep in their personal bag? Did you listen to the song?
I saw the clips.
Oh, do you think he went a little bit too personal? There's certain things where even though yes, it's a diss track and you're kind of getting shit off, but do you feel like there's certain things that you should keep personal when you're in a relationship and not air out too much?
To me personally, some things should just stay behind closed doors.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that.
Do you think he crossed that line?
But with what?
Like the line
maybe
about
the surgery stuff?
Yeah, her getting lipo, and now you're trying to fake your fitness, and you sleeping with your producer, and you have me shaking his hand, and stuff like that. And you talk shit about your friends. You talk shit about this girl, this girl, this girl, that girl. Do you think it's all right, now you're just...
Nah, all I saw was the clips, but from that, I think it's because of all that, like what Meg has gone through
Right.
is what makes people very sensitive about it. But
Right.
if you took those two names off of it and put this exact same, like same bar, same everything with two other people,
Like Cardi and Offset.
yeah, I don't like.
Ooh, that's a good example.
I don't really think he like. If some people expose people like
No, you're right.
crazy,
Yeah.
and I feel like
I mean, Pusha T
I
told
saw
us that
Meek-
Drake had a whole kid.
yeah, and I feel like Meek talked about Nicki before, and
Has he?
Yeah.
Like to that level, the way Party did?
Maybe not.
Not that level.
No,
but
he said some stuff about her and like her surgeries.
Yeah, her
and
surgeries.
He's
Yeah.
definitely
But I-
said stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I don't know. I don't think it's.
You don't think he crossed the line?
I don't think, because from what I've heard, I only heard the clips. I feel like he exposed a lot of things, but you could tell me because you heard it. Did he say anything like disrespectful, or did he just speak on his view of their relationship? Like, did he say anything that was like that was foul to say?
I mean, maybe not. I don't think maybe like I don't think he called. From what I recall, I don't think he called her out her name. I don't think he like called her like a bitch or like you stupid.
The
hoe.
song's
It
called
wasn't
The
anything
Person.
like that. He talks about like I think he's more just like exposing a lot of stuff, and he's kind of like telling a story as to like what his like you're saying what his perception was.
Yeah.
But I could see
So
why.
I could see like how people find that corny. I could 100% see that. Even in friendships, like when people stop being
Yeah.
friends and people start exposing each
exposing.
other.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like that too.
Yeah.
But so what's the like? My thing is though, like, what's the cutoff? Like, so she's allowed to say that I cheated, but I can't like take it farther. Or,
I
like,
think
what's
it's
the
the
you know
level.
like what's
Like
the
she said, like yes, she kind of kept it anonymous, but we all kind of knew who she was talking about. But he named the friends that apparently she talked shit about. He like talked about her sleeping with her producer, talking about her getting ran through the industry.
Which is justifiably like you can be upset about that.
Yeah,
You can have a visceral reaction to
Talked
something
about
like
her
that.
getting lipo. Talked about her, just
he
being
went
like.
off.
You know why
Yeah,
I think
I'm trying to pull up the lyrics.
You know why I think it's
Basically calling
comes
her a
across off, though?
liar. Yeah.
The reason I think it sounds off and why it like kind of is rubbing people the wrong way and it does kind of come off corny is because this truly is a diss track. And I feel like there's a difference between a diss track and then like we talked about Drake crying about like this happened or something, you know? It kind of seemed like he was getting at her, you know? Like this is like it didn't feel like he was venting, you know?
Yeah,
it did
bro,
seem
it's
like
just-
an attack type thing, but
I think it's tough because
I
at
don't know
the
if
end
he
of
was
the day,
disrespectful, like
like
you said.
yeah, because at the end of the day, like we don't know their relationship,
Right.
And like he could have really been a terrible person, or
Right.
she could have really been a terrible person, and him making this could have been him just trying to like get some stuff out, but like honestly, it like we've said before in the entertainment industry, like perception really matters, and who you like more really matters. Because if it's who's a male in the industry that like people really like,
Keanu Reeves, I guess.
no, like a artist, like a
I love
artist.
I love that. That was great. I loved how random
Keanu Reeves, I guess.
He said celebrity. He didn't say artist.
He said
I
a
know, I
male
know.
in the industry.
How about Eminem? Because he also made a
No,
diss
there's a
track
lot
to
of
his
people that
People don't like Eminem.
There was a lot
Black
of people
people.
that didn't like the whole Mariah Carey
Post
stuff.
Malone.
Do people
But
like
this is
Jay Z?
why-
I feel like a lot of people like Jay Z. I feel like Jay Z is pretty well liked.
Okay, but in that situation, it would still be the same thing. No matter how well liked Jay-Z is, people love Beyonce. And if Jay-Z made a track about Beyonce, no matter what, people would find it, they wouldn't take to it very kindly. But if Beyonce made a track about Jay-Z, because of certain things that have happened, people would take to it. I'm trying to think of a situation where it's like, it's a man that has had no problems, that people like. I feel like it would go differently if like it was just like a unproblematic guy that people like who was dating another celebrity woman, and then he made a diss track.
Okay.
Maybe
I
not
hear
an
that.
artist, but so you're basically saying like, who's a guy that was able to like, who had something bad done to him by a girl and publicly was able to be like, fuck
Or
her.
like,
I remember-
it's perception. I feel like remember when Kyrie and
I was
Kalani?
about to say Kalani and
Yeah?
Kyrie. Yeah, that was a great
A lot of
example.
people took Kyrie's side without even really like knowing.
Yep.
Like nobody really knew anything about what happened.
Yeah.
And everyone was just saying that Kalani cheated on him, and Kyrie even came out and was like, "Bro, she didn't."
Sent her into like a panic attack. Like it was very nasty.
Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
happened.
And then
to the
didn't he come
hospital
out and
after
say,
that.
"Yo, she didn't cheat on
Yeah,
me. Like we've
yeah.
been broken up."
But
It's
I
just
agree.
a perception.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson got cheated on by the girl he was in Twilight with, and it was like a whole like, yeah, fuck her, like poor Robert Pattinson. I was like, I
Kristen
never.
Stewart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't she lesbian?
maybe she is now, but she was cheating.
Or
on
maybe
dude.
bisexual? But I'm pretty sure she dates women.
She was
no?
cheating
She
on
does
dude.
Yeah.
She does
And
now.
there was
Oh,
video
okay.
of it, and it was like a big thing. And I just
With
remember-
a woman she cheated on him with?
no,
I
with,
don't
with another guy.
Oh.
That's crazy.
with the
bro.
director of the movie she was
Yeah.
doing.
That's crazy. It's perception. I'm telling you, because there was even. Do you guys see the clip where people were like, Party singing along to Tory Lane's song?
But it wasn't actually Tory
But it
Lanez
wasn't
song, right?
true.
Yeah.
No, it was Tory's song, but that wasn't the audio of that video. It was a video of Party jamming to a song, and someone put Tory's song
on
over it.
Oh,
Is that what that was?
That it was
so
a fake video.
crazy.
People are
and
so mixed
everyone
up. They're crazy.
and people are like, see, I knew this guy was blah blah blah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
If someone has like a whatever will fit the narrative that someone wants to push, they'll run with it. The
And I
internet is
agree
scary.
with the notion that Meg has gone through a lot publicly, you know, in the last couple of years, like losing her parents. I think she also lost her grandma and the whole Tory Lane situation. Like she's been through a lot. And I feel like people had uplifted Party because I think it takes a very specific type of man to date a woman who's been, I think it takes a specific type of person to be with someone who's gone through so much trauma. You know what I mean? And I think even with like Cassie, right, who she's married to now, you have to
That's
be
tough.
it's a difficult situation to really build with someone and like grow to love someone, or like, you know, in a building a relationship when someone has so much trauma, right? It's not, and like I've had situations with people, like I've had this conversation where it's like when a woman is damaged, or like whether it's, you know, something of like cheating or, you know, trust issues or whatever, usually men are like, oh, like I've heard men say, you need to come to me healed, or like women need to, you know, go to therapy and get themselves together before they date, or like, you know, whatever, stuff like that. Like I can't be your first good man. Like you need, like that notion is crazy because everyone comes with baggage. Everyone's gonna come with, whether it's personal, old relationships, exes, whatever, everyone has something that they're gonna bring to the table that's negative when you're dating. But it takes a specific person to hold that baggage and help you grow and heal through it with you. That's a good, and obviously that was Cassie's husband now. You know what I'm saying? Like people thought, unfortunately, Party and Meg didn't work, but people thought Party was this great guy because, oh my God, she lost her parents and, you know what I'm saying, she went this and he stood by her side and blah, blah, blah. And now that they fell out, it's guns blazing. But I think people, and I'm not saying he's not that type of person who has the ability to love someone through their trauma and as they grow and heal. But I think people put him on that pedestal where they saw him as this great supportive man. He loves her through this and that. And then now they're shooting him down because he's turning around and doing this, right? But I think when you are navigating relationships and you are dating someone who has, you know, past trauma, or, you know, they've had bad relationships, or they had bad personal growth, or they've had a bad, you know, childhood or whatever, like, people don't realize like how you can't say come to me healed. That's it's so ignorant. It's almost literally impossible. Like to look at someone and say, oh, the women need to come to me healed. Like, do we tell men to come to me healed? A lot of men still cry about their girl who broke their heart in 7th grade. But like women think like, oh, I can fix him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can fix him. I can go with him. I can heal him, whatever. But men say, oh no, she's damaged and I can't be your first good man.
And
You
there's
gotta
dudes
go
with
get-
capes too. Like there's Captain Save-A-Hose too.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm saying, aside from like Captain Save-A-Ho, like it just, you got to be a very genuine and real person to stick with someone and grow with them and, you know, heal with them and talk through stuff if you really genuinely love that person.
I agree.
But
This is actually a very good segue into the am I the asshole situation that I saw.
perfect.
Before that, can we, for my sanity,
Yeah, go ahead. There you go.
segue?
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? So
What the fuck?
Did you do that on purpose, Trey?
That wasn't me.
no, I think
Oh, it's
that,
cool.
I
It's a
think,
cool
I
little
think that
effect you did
touched the
there.
lights. That
no, I
touched the
think
lights.
that hit the light.
Yeah.
and it made it a
No,
strobe
turn
light.
it on again.
It turned
Turn it up. Like press
couple
the
of
top.
lights.
There you go.
Yeah. So There's a content creator in the UK named Tresor Black. So shout out to Tresor. That's my homie. Someone asked him a question on Instagram about am I the asshole, and he was reading it and it picked up on the blogs. I want to know what you guys thought about this.
Am I the asshole for expecting my girlfriend to support me while I'm unemployed? I lost my job 4 months ago and EI doesn't cover my full living expenses. What's EI? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you. I've had to buy a car since mine had 330,000 kilometers on it and the engine issue wasn't worth fixing. After that, I had a couple thousand saved and that has been completely wiped out and I'm not able to cover all my expenses. So I've asked my girlfriend to help cover my expenses and she's refused as I didn't propose before this. We have been dating for 3 years and moved in for 2. She told me 3 dates in that she expected to be engaged after about 2 years of dating and is very unhappy with me as I didn't propose. I'm sure she's the one, but I'm just hesitant about marriage. And she has told me that she's trying to get over the fact that she's wasted 3 years with me. I told her to give me some time, and thankfully she hasn't pushed it. This was shortly after my work, before my work announced that they were cutting people off and I was let go. Now she's saying I'm expecting too much from her since I'm not ready for marriage, but I'm expecting her to help me with rent. We've been dating for 3 years, doesn't that count for something? If it was a year in, I'd understand, as if it was too early and we've been together for a long time, but she told me it's meaningless as I haven't proposed and she refuses to help me as I could decide I don't want a marriage and bail at any time. I don't want the marriage and I could bail at any time. I've told her that since she won't help me, she's shown that she isn't serious too, and she told me it's fine, we can just end the lease and I can go back to live with my family as I can't afford the rent here. I've been getting interviews, but nothing too crazy. She thinks it's crazy that I think it's crazy to me that she would waste 3 years over me not covering a bit of rent and groceries. What do you lot think? Let me know in the comments.
Wow.
That was a roller coaster.
That's a little heavy.
So
Okay, so
what do you guys
unpack
think?
here.
A lot.
If she can afford, okay, so my thing, we've been together for 3 years. That's a fairly long time. Relationship for 3 years is a pretty solid relationship. We've been living together for 2. That's a pretty long time living together. If he's actively looking for a job and
Which
he said he's doing interviews and stuff like that, I can hold it down. Also, I don't know if she really has a leg to stand on, like with the whole like 2 years, 3 years. Like I get it, but like marriage is a big commitment. You know what I mean? And maybe he wants, maybe he's trying to find a ring. Maybe he's still waiting for the good. I don't know, whatever. Regardless, but that kind of argument's like I don't really like. I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a reason to not help your man out. It's maybe like, okay, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring it up. Like, we've been dating for 3 years. Like, is marriage on your mind? Like, but I don't think it's like, oh, we've been dating for 3 years. You haven't proposed to me yet, so I'm not helping you out no more. That's a little crazy. If I can afford it and I know you're actively looking, and if I know I want to be your wife, then that's something that would, like, this is a part of life, right? Like, what if he was your husband? Like, would it be different if he was your husband and he lost his job? The love doesn't change though. Like, I don't like the notion if like, oh, once you're my husband, the love changes. No, if you love someone, you love someone. Marriage is just the contract. It's the commitment. It's the, what's it called? Unification in front of God, whatever. But I'm not going to love you 10 times more and willing to do anything for you because we're married. That's different. So I don't think that, at least for me, that argument doesn't stand. But I don't agree with her. Yeah, if that's my man and I know I love him and I want to be his wife and whatever, and I know it's not like he's actively looking and he's trying, I would hold it down. But I'm going to give you a time limit of holding it down though.
Yeah.
Like I can hold it down for X amount of months, but like I need to see you actively trying all the time to get a job. And we need to build a plan together. And if this plan's not working, then we got to shift.
I think they should break up.
Because
no, just like literally everything you described, like with the Pardison thing, like it takes a certain person, and I don't think it makes you a bad person if you're not that person, Like I can see the woman's position, but it's like you guys shouldn't state it. You don't love him enough to want to marry him, clearly,
Right.
And this was a very big revealer for that, and I think you should. I think they should follow that.
So, but the question was, is he the asshole for breaking up with her?
I don't think they didn't break up.
I don't think either of them are assholes. To be honest.
Didn't break up. He was saying, is he the asshole for like being shocked or like being upset that his girl won't help him during that time?
No, I don't think so. That's a little bit shocking. I feel like if roles were reversed though, Am I gonna be reversal man?
Reversal,
Am I
yeah.
reversal man?
Reversal girl.
It rolls
I need that. Oh, I gotta do that. Sorry.
If roles were reversed,
Yeah.
It would be
And-
no question. There would be no question. People would be like,
100%.
it's your girl. You need to help your girl.
yeah,
I think people forget, like, if you're in long terms, like, there's better and for worse. Like,
Always.
Like, if you, like, I'll say this, like, as someone who's been in 5 years, like, there's ups and downs in every single thing you go through. If I'm struggling, like, yes, it will affect you long term, but, like, I'm still trying to make things better for the both of us.
Right.
And the, on
oh, look
someone
at the
on,
way
on
that I was
the
looking
other,
at you. So cute.
on someone like on the other side, like, yes, like it takes, like, we don't know what happened behind closed doors, like everything like that. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, if you want to be with that person, you should find ways to make things work no matter what the situation is, if you really love that person.
Right.
There were
I
some
agree.
people, and you know the comments are going to find a way to split 50-50. Some people in the comments were saying she's not wrong because at the beginning of her relationship, she expressed the fact that she wants to be married within 3 years, and him not giving her that commitment, she should not have to pour into him necessarily. I don't agree with that at all. And I don't like the fact that, I don't know if he's quoting her verbatim, but when he said that she wasted 3 years with him and they're still not married, like, the man said, like, he said that he knows she's the one, he's just hesitant about marriage. That's a perfectly human thing, I think. And there's nothing wrong with being hesitant about marriage. That doesn't mean I don't love you and I don't want to marry you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
My mom
almost
was
like
hesitant until she got on that damn chapel. My mom was hesitant, like, before she even said I do.
that's normal.
like, that's a natural
I feel like,
fear.
yeah, that's supernatural.
Right?
And I feel like it's like she has like a contract. It's like the marriage was the contract.
Yeah.
Where if we're not engaged,
You're
I'm
in
not-
breach of contract.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Seems
don't like that.
transactional, right?
Yeah, I think that they should break up.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like that, bro.
I think it's like, yeah, I feel like people like underestimate the choice of like marrying someone or having kids with someone. Like, at the end of the day, everything, like, this is all a choice.
Yeah.
So treat it like a choice and make the best decision and weigh your pros and cons and do your evaluation. Like, kind of, this is going to sound crazy, but treat it like a freaking science project. Like hypothesis, evaluation, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of have to do it like that because monogamy is a choice. Like, you have to evaluate someone. You got to go back to the drawing board. You got to experiment.
weigh the pros
Weigh
and
the pros and
cons.
cons. Like, when you're making a choice in anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to kind of do like a breakdown. Especially when you're making a lifelong choice, which I think of a lifelong choice like marriage. Even relationships, like, this stuff is, and like, the older you get, you realize this stuff is not easy. Like, dating in your early 20s and whatever, you know, you might like get together and break up or whatever. But obviously, the older you get and the bigger your mindset grows. And like I said, people come with baggage, people come with trauma. Like, you have to navigate dating in a way different way. Way different way. There's no more like, oh, I gotta be married in 3 years. There's no more like, oh, come to me, yield, and do this and that. It's like, yo, like, do you like this person enough to actually try with them no matter how long it takes?
But that's what I'm saying. That would throw me off. Like, at the beginning of our relationship, you're already telling me, yo, in 3 years, we need to be married.
Right.
You don't know how life is going to go.
We don't know their ethnicity. Some cultures are very much like that.
Yeah.
A lot of African cultures, Indian cultures, things like that. There are like, yo, like, yeah, we got to be married by like this. Like, I'm not even playing that. Oh, is your culture like that too, Val? You can use your mic.
It depends on like where you are. If you're born and raised in like North America, it's not as heavy. But
Right.
if it's more in like mainland,
Yeah.
it's more frowned upon to be single over 25 or like 27. So
Damn.
there's like a term called like leftover women or leftover men in the back.
Damn.
Back
But
there,
that
yeah.
seems
Sorry,
pretty,
what
Leftovers
where
is
country is this?
crazy.
China.
that seems pretty consistent though through
Yeah.
like immigrant countries where it's like they want you. Like, after a certain point, I feel like, especially for women, but like your family starts asking, yo, like,
Yeah, it's
what are you
true.
doing? What's like, you know, when are you getting married? When are you gonna have kids? Where's your
Yeah.
relationship? Like, that's a very common thing.
And I had my aunt visited, and I low-key want her on this show. Like, I feel like if she came on this show, like, you guys would have the best time with her because she's just so real. She's so raw. Like, she's so funny. She's lived like 1,000 lives. Like, she's hilarious. And she'll like keep it like very real. But she was telling me, she was like, and I don't know if I told you, but like all the, like my mom's generation, like all of her female cousins and whatever, they all got pregnant before the age of 20. And like they all had kids before the age of, except for my mom. My mom was the only girl in that generation that didn't have a child before the age of 20. So they all had kids and they all married the men that they had kids with, but then they all got divorced, except for my aunt, my mom's sister. My mom's still with her husband that she had kids with. The rest of them all got divorced from their baby fathers who they were kind of like pressured to marry. But it's like that generation was different, right? Like you were kind of like pressured to marry. Even if you like got knocked up, it's like, okay, well, you're marrying him. Like, oh, you have a kid together, you're gonna get married. Like you have to get married. So I feel like it's a different now where it's like we kind of see that, and like obviously we saw like the way it turned out. Like we see divorce rates. A lot of parents have gotten divorced. I have friends, so many of their parents have gotten divorced, and I know I have cousins and their parents are long together. They don't speak to their father or whatever the case is. And it's like I feel like now we're a lot more slower to make that decision because we see what making that fast decision can end up in. It can end up in hell down the line. You know what I mean? So I don't blame millennials, you know. There's so many articles about millennials are not getting married, millennials are not having kids, because we saw the damage that the baby boomers did. We saw what the hell the baby boomers are going through.
And
why the hell we want to do that?
And life is expensive.
Yeah.
Well, there's some women who forget, like, the more you pressure a man, like, to propose, the more he's going to resist to it.
Right.
It becomes, like, now it's becoming a chore for me just to even, like, consider it.
Right.
Because there's so much pressure already.
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's true, too.
Yeah. What did you say, sorry?
She said next generation trauma.
Yeah, you're creating problems for the next generation to come, which is, we're seeing that in real time, aren't
I know.
we? They're saying the millennials.
My aunt was like, yeah, like, you know, she had her son at 19. She's like, I married his father. It didn't work out. You know, the relationship was this, and that. We were broke. We used to do a whole bunch of legal stuff. Like, it was just like, I wasn't the best parent. Like, I was a kid who had a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, yo, learn from it. And I told him, I'm like, bro, you guys are not getting a baby out of me before 30. I'm like, you guys can ask, you guys can pry, you guys can, who are you dating, who's this and that, when are you going to bring a man home? You can ask. I am not, there's no marriage or kid talk before I turn 30. So for the next 3 years, left me.
A lot of kids are having kids.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
A lot
of kids are having kids. Not to air out too much, but I have a friend who has 5 kids now, and she's my age. But she had her first kid very young when we were when we were like, but she has 5 kids. But like she genuinely just wants to have kids though. Like that's her thing. She loves being a mom. She came from a big family, so she obviously wants to have kids. And it's with the same baby father. They've been together. They're married. But it's like, yeah, she started young, but she has 5 kids at 27.
And she's surviving?
Yes.
What I'm saying is like financially, I guess.
I mean, I don't know her personal life like that, but yeah, she has a lot of kids, and she raises her kids. Their kids are beautiful. They're taken care of. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, some people babies have babies
5 kids
and they hold it
this
down.
Age?
Oh yeah, she's wild. I told her, I'm like, yo, you might be my surrogate one day, because I know you're fertile. I know you can carry healthy babies. Like, yo, one day I might just put my embryo in you with my man and say, yo, push this out for me real quick, because you can do it. You're Pillsbury Doughboying them babies like it's nothing, baking them croissants in there.
Yo,
pushing them out all healthy and shit. She's blessed.
If one of your homegirls,
every photo dump is a new baby's hand. That is how that is how my homegirl operates. She drops a photo dump once a year and it's a new freaking baby.
Why are you angry?
No, I'm not angry. I'm like, it's hilarious because I'm like, yo, you breed again? Like, she goes ghost.
Yo, don't keep going on your friend if you don't want it to be a clip.
No, she's my dog. And she'll laugh. No, make it a clip, it's fine. But I'm telling you, she has babies, and she goes ghost on Instagram, and she'll be like, photo dump, and you slide to picture, you're like, yo, is that a hospital bed and a newborn? You're like, yo, you have a new one? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, sis.
You got a new one.
Her comments are like, again?
Another one?
No, her comments are literally like, another one? You breed again? Again? Girl, like, her comments are always crazy, because like, yo.
Surprise babies are the funniest. I went to one of my homies. I went to my one of my best friends. I went to his house, and his sister had a baby. I knew that she had a baby. I was around when she was pregnant. She had a baby, right? I feel like this might have been during COVID. I went over to his house, and I saw her holding a baby, right? I'm like, oh, that's little Timmy, or whatever his name is, right? And then I saw, like, a toddler run by, and I'm like, wait a minute, who's that?
Yeah.
They're like, that's Timmy. I'm like, if that's Timmy,
who's
that? They're like, yeah, I had another baby. I was like, when? She's like, yeah. She's like, a few months. I'm like, yo, what? where the hell have I been? I feel like maybe during COVID you could get that off because everyone was inside. Like you could like pop a baby out during COVID and no one
would
knew.
know, yeah.
Yep,
That was a
that's
crazy
traumatizing.
time. But what I was gonna say before is, if one of your homegirls asked you to be her sperm donor, do you think you would be okay with being a sperm donor? Like, do you think you could do that, or you want to like be with the girl that you have a kid with?
I personally.
This is like one of your fly homegirls. Like, you know, she'd be a great mom. Her life hasn't been in that position where she's found someone. You were at that age where you hadn't really found someone at that. Would that be something like you would be open to?
But wait,
I don't know if I'd be
there's
open.
sperm donor and then there's having a baby as friends. Is he going to be involved in this baby's life or just strictly just give me the nut?
That's a good question.
important.
Yeah, because
too.
that sounds
But I
weird.
feel like
Because you're making it seem like they're co-parenting as friends. Sperm donating is you ejaculate in a cup and beat
okay,
it.
no, I mean like co-parenting
and if she's my
as
friend, I'm gonna
friends.
see her like again.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I mean
co-parent as friends?
co-parenting as friends.
No.
No, that's no. I couldn't do that.
I mean, I can imagine in like a very perfect, unrealistic, theoretical world, it could work. But I'm saying it's very unrealistic, theoretical world.
Which part?
The co-parenting as friends.
But how?
Because like eventually we're gonna want romantic partners outside of us, right?
Yeah.
And are we having sex to have this baby?
That's the other thing. Are you doing
Or are we like
a artificial insemination, or are you good? Because you don't have to. Like, you could
Right.
be artificially inseminated. You don't have to smash your friend. So it's like, are you?
No,
gonna
if you're
take that
smashing
route?
and doing all that, no, you're the dad. Like that's you can't smash to artificially inseminate her and then just take off, and especially if she's your friend, you're gonna see her again. Like you're gonna see
Yeah.
this youth. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I feel like the only way that could
You're
work
the
and you
dad.
stay friends is it would have to be an artificial insemination. You couldn't have sex
That's
to have the baby.
insanity.
yeah, you
No,
can't
no,
smash it and
yeah,
expect
yeah, I agree. I agree. You
The
can't
one
smash to
time
have
you
the
smash
baby.
is to have the baby, and you never
and
smash.
you don't
again.
see that kid again.
No, you
Yeah.
see the kid, like you're in the kid's life.
No, I don't
but
want to see it. I don't ever want to see
You
it.
never hook up again. Or
No,
would you just go the
no,
artificial
no.
insemination
Crazy.
route?
No. I personally
'Cause I
couldn't
feel
like
like-
I couldn't be your sperm donor knowing that's my friend and then like see the kid knowing
No,
that's
yeah.
mine.
No, but you be in the kid's like you're the kid's dad. You guys just aren't together. You're
Eh,
co-parenting.
I don't know.
But the original
Didn't
question
Kalani do that? That's what Kalani did, no?
No, she
I
was
think they
with
were
the-
together.
No, they were
They were
together.
together,
Her-
and then they became friends. And
her
they're
man
co-parents.
was like they were partners and
Yeah,
then
they
they
were
broke
partners.
up, but they
Yeah.
still
Oh.
co-parent together
yeah,
healthily.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That's a little different story. I don't know if I could just co-parent with like my own boy. Like that, yeah, I don't know.
I've
don't
heard-
know.
The
I've
only
heard of
way that
That's a
occur
little-
is if it's like a surprise and like you're going through with it. You know,
I don't think that would be a surprise.
it's like if you if she was your homegirl and then you guys just smashed one off and then it was like, oh shit, like it happened this
I
time.
wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about like she came
Planning
to
it.
you with a proposal.
No, that no.
Artificial insemination. We are the parents of this child.
No sirree.
Come on, no, that's crazy. We can't do that.
I'm sure it's happened, but
Also,
that is kind of crazy.
Not to segue, but we posted on our page if people wanted to DM us and call us.
Oh boy.
We did have someone, or we had a few people reach out, but we had someone like really like, yo, called me up. He is very well known. I'm gonna ask him if he's free right now for me to call him, but I'm
I
gonna.
have no idea.
We can
what
set up the
she's talking
Bluetooth though.
about.
So you
Oh,
can,
how
like-
do you set up the Bluetooth? I was gonna put the thing to the thing. Like, what does that even mean? I was literally just gonna put the phone to the mic.
Let me for my sanity.
Like,
Yeah.
Now go into your Bluetooth
Okay.
setting. Now see if Roadcaster pops up.
Let's
Where you would
see.
choose the device.
Are you gonna hear
So,
it?
am I gonna be able to hear it? We probably should.
If it
troubleshoot
connects,
this.
yeah.
yeah, if it connects, you hear it.
I'm connected to this, whatever this is.
Is it Roadcaster?
No, it's like a whole bunch of letters.
It
So
should say.
connected to some hacker site.
It should say
it says
Roadcaster.
But it says I'm
Roadcaster.
connected to that. That's scary. Why am I connected to that?
What?
I don't know.
Scroll connected
That's
to the
scaring
dark
me.
web.
Just put it on speaker, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. Should I
Yeah,
just
at
put
this
it on
point we're.
speaker?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going too much. Just put it on
Okay.
speaker.
I'll edit
Hold
it
on.
in, man. Like.
But that is weird that I'm connected to that. I want to know who I'm connected to because that's a little scary.
They have all your.
Because now do they have my info?
Turn your Bluetooth off.
I did.
They
Okay,
have
then you're
all
good.
your information.
Okay, so am I gonna call him now?
If you want to.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, call him.
I wonder what he's gonna want to say though. Hold on.
Someone we all know?
People will be familiar with him.
Do I gotta edit his voice?
Do you have to edit his voice? I don't
Is it
think
that
so.
serious?
Zoe is now calling unnamed person.
Oh wait, maybe I should FaceTime audio because they're not in Canada. How do I do
Okay,
that? Sorry.
okay,
Sorry. Talk about something else while I figure this out, please.
Yo, am I the only one where I won't stop at a gas station if I can't tap at the pump?
I mean, no.
I
No.
hate
That
going
makes sense.
into the gas station to pay.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Right? And it feels like such an inconvenience.
You know,
And-
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And what I hate is like when I go into the gas station and someone's buying lottery tickets in front of me.
Oh,
like I want
my
to punch them in the
gosh.
back of the head.
And they're there, and they just keep buying them and buying them
Oh
and
my
buying them.
God.
There should be a separate part of the gas station where you handle lottery stuff only. I'm just trying to get in, get out.
Like I'm just trying to buy a drink, get paid my. I don't want to look at your 3 neck rolls
Exactly.
as I'm waiting for you
Winner
to finish up
again,
with
yo.
your lottery
Like,
ticket.
I'm
Where's
again,
this
yo.
topic?
See, I'm not a car man.
Nah.
Then. Like I be taking like the GO train and stuff. It is the worst when you are rushing for a train and you want to stop for like a Red Bull or maybe a patty or something like that, and dude's in front of you trying to hit the lottery with 8 different tickets, bro.
Oh, my
and your
gosh.
train's about to leave in 5 minutes. It's happened to me.
Look,
I'm
Winner
sorry.
again, yo.
You people who
Okay,
stand in
hold
front
on, wait, sorry. End
you're
this convo,
awful
I'm gonna
people.
try
That's
to-
it.
Okay, that's it's gonna work.
We were about to get in. The go train too. I could talk about that.
Sorry.
Fair inspectors.
Yo, the fares on the. Oh my god.
Hello?
Yo,
Yo, what's good with you?
you're just so you know that you are live on the Relentless Diaries podcast, but you got to introduce
No
yourself because I
way.
didn't tell anyone who's calling, and say where you're
shit.
from and why everyone should know you.
Oh, I think I know who this
All right,
is.
man. It's your boy Cinco. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
Everybody probably know me from Love Island, season 3, The Challenge USA. Much love to y'all. I'm a big fan of the Diaries, man. I be keeping up. Clyde, Tresor, Zoe, appreciate y'all having me.
Oh.
But yeah, shout out to Canada. Shout out to what y'all doing out there, man. Much love.
Thank you.
Shout out to
Appreciate
Cinco.
it. You were quick to be like, yo, sign me up, call me up. And I was like,
No,
okay.
I'm a fan, bro. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm a fan. Y'all be doing y'all shit out there, man. So I had to come here and talk my shit to y'all real quick.
Appreciate it. Do you have any mix up you want to talk about? Any tea? What's new? You're in Hollywood, so like, give us some insider type info.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm originally from like down south and East Coast. You know what I mean? So being out west is my first time really out here. I'm still kind of getting used to it. You know what I mean? The vibes is a lot different. You know what I mean? I grew up like around DC area, and so like DC is like my favorite city. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I love the vibes, the culture, all that stuff. LA got it out there, but it's just different. You know what I mean? So I've been out there for 8 months, still getting used to it. It's a lot of weird shit, but still finding my people, and now I'm starting to get to know people. You know what I mean? And connect with people. It's getting better. So I fuck with it. I fuck with LA.
Yeah.
Cinco,
Yeah.
is Love Island
Yo.
fake?
You said what, bro?
Is Love Island fake?
Is it fake?
Yeah.
It depends about what you mean. You gotta be saying like, are the people fake? The way are we acting? Or like, what you mean?
Like, do they tell you guys to do certain things?
No. Honestly, that's the thing. I actually appreciated it because I mean, for some people, they'll get on. For sure, they'll instigate. I'll say that. So like, they want people to do things. They want to instigate conversations. They'll tell you to go talk to this person about this, talk to that person. But all the things are set up to talk to people. But whatever you say and do is what you do. You know what I mean? So that's why I be telling people like, I don't regret going on the show. Whatever you see of me on there is really me. It might not be the whole me because they edit and all that other shit. But yeah, no, like it's really me. So I'm like, that's one of the things I appreciate. But I get that question all the time. It's not fake. I'm an actor, but I'm not that good. So yeah.
What else y'all got? Well, I mean, a lot of girls are going to know if you're single.
I'm not.
I mean, I know the answer to that question, but girls are like,
Yeah.
listen, your whole, like, Instagram, your little fitness thirst traps, all the above. I can never date a content creator. No offense, Cinco.
Oh, Lord.
Bro, she says this all the
I said, and I
time.
will die on the hill.
She says this all the time.
Sometimes
bro.
Cinco be posting
It's the
stuff, and
same
I'm
shit
like,
you watching though.
what?
I mean, you watching it and you liking it though. So like,
Yeah, because you're my dog. I'm going to like it. Well, I'm not going to hate on your
no.
content. I like Tresor's
I'm not
videos,
saying
too.
just me.
But we
I'm not
have
saying just
different
me. I know there's
content.
other people that do things like me that you be liking. You be like, oh yeah, hold up, he look good. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man. I can't get down with
You're
the
acting like he did the worm on camera or something. Bro. No, it's just Love Island.
Yo, I feel like Male content creators do worse things than the worm on camera.
No, for sure not. Definitely not. What?
Why?
No. So like, let's say this. What's the difference between what I do and these other fitness women? That the first clip you see is just ass cheeks in the gym. They be doing all upper body. They talking about upper body lift, and you just see ass cheeks in the first clip.
What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing different.
What do you mean? I just feel like
saying, what's the difference?
I don't know. I can't get into the content creator. Yeah, it's not my bag. And then when they want to do content together, it's like, all right, hell no. Hell no.
I mean, that's something I had a conversation with my girl about too. And like, it's really, I mean, I like to do it because you tap into other people's like, I'll say like their views and like their community. You know what I mean, for social media. So like, it's kind of like we showing each other off type of thing. It's a mutual agreement. I'm not doing it because I just want to work out with this girl. You know what I mean? It's also like a connection thing. Like I meet other people that are trainers. I don't know everything, so I like to learn things from the people. And so yeah, I do that a lot. But we did have a conversation about that. I'm not on here doing no crazy shit with other girls. You know what I mean? So so it's a boundary thing for sure.
Do you think Love Island was a big was it a bigger benefit to your life, or do you regret any part of doing it? Because Love Island is a wild show. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, I'm pretty locked into Love Island. I haven't watched Love Island games yet, but I've been pretty locked into some of it. But like, do you think like, yo, I should have never done this shit, or actually this was like one of the best experiences I ever had?
I mean, there's pros and cons to everything in life, right? So I do appreciate it because at the time I was starting my business. So that's the only reason why I never even really watched Love Island before. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just like, yo, like, somebody hit me up and it's like, yo, like, you want to try out for a show? I'm like, yo, if they ask me for my credit card, it's a scam. F them. You know what I mean? But so yeah, like before I was like, yo, this would be great marketing. If I make it on TV, like show off how I work out, show off my body, show off my business, boom. And so that's exactly what it did, man. Afterwards, I got off, my business is doing great, and stuff like that. So I did appreciate it in that aspect. But before that, I was a very low-key to myself, mind my own business type of nigga, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so having to adjust from people like always want to know what the hell you doing. They got an opinion on this and that and that and this. That part I could have did without, you know what I mean? But I'm a strong-minded person. I say this all the time. I was born with an I don't give a fuck gene. So like, there's nothing that people could tell me that like I'm gonna take seriously because I know who I am. Which a lot of people on reality TV really need because everybody got an opinion on what you do. They don't even know you for real.
Right.
Just from what they see on TV. But yeah, no, overall, I enjoyed the experience, for real. And it gave me a lot of opportunities that I never thought I'd be able to get into. So I appreciate them, for real.
That's real. That's real.
And bro,
would I do it again? I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah.
Talking to your mic.
He can't hear me for that.
Oh, that's true,
bro. And the next time I'm in LA, we actually have to link, bro. I hit you.
Bro,
I meant
to tell you, like, I apologize. Bro.
Yeah, bro. You know how I hit this nigga up? I was like, yo, I'm in LA. He's like, yo, where you staying? I'm like, I'm at blah 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 and blah blah blah. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't hear nothing again after
what
that.
type of ghost? That's nasty work, Cinco.
At the moment, I was in the like motion of moving. I moved from downtown to Culver City, and so I was in the motion of moving and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, like maybe I could go out and do some things here and there, but I had a lot more going on than I thought. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's my fault, bro.
It's all good, bro.
But next time, matter of fact, I actually want to come out there.
I was gonna say, are you gonna come and do another Caravana mass situation?
No, I do. I wanted to do that. My girl's from Trinidad, so I actually wanted to go to Trinidad. So it's between one of the two.
Okay.
But we're gonna see. I've been wanting to come to Toronto, but we'll see. We'll see how life goes for real.
Yeah, well, if you ever come, you gotta come in person on the show. We'll be
man.
It'll be a good time. We gotta come for a full episode.
Y'all gotta do Relentless Diaries in LA, man. Come fuck with us.
Oh wow.
I agree.
I mean, that'd be good. We could always come out there. Yeah, LA Trey got a lot of ties.
I'm over there.
You know, y'all do a lot of travel in general. I know you be out. Clyde, I don't know if you be out for real, but I know I see Tresor and Chloe be outside. I'm like,
you call me Chloe?
Not quite.
Chloe?
They gotta bring me in. We gotta do a pod trip.
You said Chloe. Zoe, what?
Clyde and Zoe. I put y'all together. But I was saying, yeah, if y'all did a little travel Relentless Diaries, that'd be dope for real. Vlog it. you know what I'm saying, podcast it. That'd be hard.
Sees the vision.
Okay.
The man sees the vision.
Maybe we can do it. Maybe a little 2024 trip. We'll talk about it. But I appreciate you.
I might be.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I might be. Y'all inspired me to get on my podcast shit too. So we're gonna see.
We can do a little collab.
We should do it.
There we go.
Sure,
we'll collab it.
Definitely.
But yeah, we appreciate you for being open to calling in.
Yeah,
yes.
man, I just want to say what's up.
RC, thank you
I'm proud of y'all. Y'all keep doing y'all thing for real. And I'm gonna stay tuned, but y'all keep doing y'all thing for real. I love it.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Man, stay out of trouble. And yeah, the last thing, but the dick swinging and booty holes is crazy.
Okay,
It's
yeah, we're
really
gonna end it right here.
It's
Thank you
fire.
so much, Cinco. Appreciate it. Bye.
Cinco, ladies and gentlemen.
That was hilarious. That was Cinco from Love Island. Anyone who doesn't know.
What's crazy about the post, that clip is that comment that you posted.
So so people who didn't
smokes.
know, what Cinco said at the end of the conversation was, we posted a clip from last week's episode where I asked about, if men don't wear boxers when they play basketball, does their piece, slap their booty cheeks, like go into their booty hole? And someone commented, okay, a man
I
commented.
have to say that throughout all of my social media life, podcast comments have to be the I don't even know the word to describe. Like, they're the most. I don't know the word.
Despicable. Yeah.
Podcast comments are insane.
Sick.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
Nasty.
Yeah.
So last week I asked, when men are not wearing boxers and they're, playing basketball, whatever, does their piece flap it? Okay, I said booty hole, but obviously it's not going to go in their booty hole. But I mean, does it flap to the back? Like, does it hit your booty crease, cheeks, or whatever?
Does it only hit the gooch?
Whatever. And these guys are like, wait, that's my question. You're so dumb, blah, blah. A man commented and said, they quiet because their flap don't reach that far.
You know what really upsets me
hell?
about it?
No, keep going. He said more.
Oh, he
Did
said
actually?
more.
Oh, I didn't know he said more. Let me check. Let me go to the actual.
Tresor went and found the comment.
I looked at the comment once.
Comments, I'm crying.
I looked at the comment once.
You
Okay.
found his profile.
He said they quiet because their flap don't reach that far. We commented back and said, yo, with laughing faces. He said, I'd have been loud and proud. Her curiosity was so genuine. How could you not answer?
So let me get this straight, big man.
Yeah. Let's break it down. Let's unpack here.
Yo.
You want us to sit on camera and talk about how far our piece slaps to our booty hole. This is what you want me to take my time and energy and these cameras' batteries to sit here and talk about? And because we don't want to talk about that, our pieces are small? Like that makes sense to you?
Unhinged. And he called it a flap, too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
to it as a flap.
What grown-ass man calls their piece a flap?
Hey, man.
And on
Not too
top
much
of
on my
that,
friend.
That's your friend?
He's on. No, he's not. I mean, now he is. He's
That's
on my
your friend?
side.
Now
Ain't
he's
that
your friend? That's how
Ain't that your friend?
No, I don't actually know who that is. But
Get
I'm
your
saying,
man, so.
And
he's
on
on
top-
my side.
and
He
on
said,
top
my
of that,
curiosity
like-
is valid. And a
terrible
lot of women in the TikTok comments said, "Yo, like, no, she's asking the right questions. Like, does it really be slapping the booty?"
Why do you want to know
Women have a
all
very
that?
poor
Like,
understanding of male anatomy,
A
man.
man commented that too and said, "Yo,
Yeah.
women do not understand penises. Maybe I don't. I don't have one,
We've
and
discussed
I'll never
growers
understand."
and
But
sure.
I'm sure,
Like-
it must slap the booty cheeks in some way.
and
we
who
still on this?
Because Cinco brought it up.
and why is this random man the penis patrol? Like,
Yeah.
you are a man.
As a man, why are you talking about two other grown man's piece?
Exactly.
Hey,
trying to
in the comments
Not too
size
of
up.
much. Not
And
too much
why
on
are
our
you doing
friend.
size comparisons to people you
Yeah,
don't
why are
know?
you trying to size? Oh, me, I would have been loud and proud. 'Cause- What are you talking about?
You ain't talking about
bro?
my piece. My piece slap
I
my
would've
booty.
talked about my
You
neck.
want to know about my piece? My piece slap my booty
Like,
cheeks
go,
hard.
go look work, bro.
You can hear it.
Come on, man. Come on.
This is sick.
That's
Mine
sick.
sounds like
That's
a cupped
sick.
high
The
five.
fact that we're acknowledging
That
this is
is
sick on its
Sick.
own.
Yes, that is sick.
That was very funny. I'm not going to
That
lie.
was sick.
Anyways, the last topic that I
Anyways.
wanted to. Are we good to wrap up after this?
Yeah.
Are we,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so last topic that we have. So there were TikToks that I saw, right? And there were so someone posted there were two Asian girls, right? So one
I
girl.
didn't see this.
So one girl made a TikTok, and like girls spill tea when they're doing their makeup. So the first girl said that, she ghosted a friend, like completely cut her off cold turkey last year. And that's the first time she's ever done that because her friend did some weird shit. So the first flag was that her friend added her boyfriend to her close friends.
Ooh.
Which, okay, what do you mean?
That's crazy.
Is that crazy?
It depends on the context.
Okay, so she said number one is her friend added her boyfriend before they were actually dating, but like they liked each other. Added them to their close friends.
Were they friends though?
I guess so. When the girl responded and explained it and said the night that they all met at a club, and they were all hanging out. So everyone that she met that night, she added to her close friends. That was her argument.
Before they were dating.
Yes.
So that's fine.
Other girls already like her argument's not valid.
No.
Okay.
Because it was before. If it was after and you didn't know him like that, then that's weird.
Yeah.
The way you said that made it sound
And
a
then
lot more
she
heinous.
said she was attention seeking, not thirst shopping, but attention seeking on her close friends.
Isn't that what close friends are for?
Yeah. I get where she's going, but I'm not fully sold yet. Continue.
Okay. Then she said that this one is where it kind of got me, because this is where I get a little sensitive. She said that I think maybe her boyfriend, or maybe it wasn't her boyfriend, they were maybe just dating at the time. She was cold, so I think she took his hoodie. And the girl said, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. My boyfriend's a gentleman, He gives you your hoodie, it's cool.
Okay. I'm still there, yeah.
But she never gave it back.
Okay.
And she was just wearing it for weeks. On like social media, whatever. She was just wearing his hoodie like all the time.
Okay, that's weird.
Homegirl's argument was, I'm notorious for not giving people back their hoodies, which is like me. And it was a nice hoodie, so I kept it, and I don't care, I wore it. That I don't agree with. That is icky.
There's a leg.
It's a side eye, but I'm still not fully sold.
Okay. Third point is that she bought her man a sandwich and dropped it off to him in the morning before work.
Just unprovoked?
That's so.
Wait, the girl that's not his girl?
Yes,
made
the girl
him a sandwich and brought
she
it to
went
his work?
and bought him a sandwich.
But was it unprovoked?
No. So in the original video, she said the third reason was she bought my man a sandwich, and she dropped it off to him before work, like so he could take it for lunch. Homegirl's response was he actually mounted her TV.
So it was just like...
So it was a thank you gift. So she went and got him a sandwich at a sandwich shop that he likes.
There's context.
And she said that they were together when she gave the sandwich to the girlfriend.
Okay.
And that was it. But
that changes that.
Yes and no, because as my friend, why do you even know my man likes on his sandwich?
Okay.
And it's exactly what he
You
likes.
see what I'm saying?
It's a
Like-
special sandwich. Like, it's everything that he wanted on the
I
sandwich.
don't know that, but
No.
she's saying that she got him the sandwich that he likes.
Do you agree with this?
But did he know that he was getting the sandwich?
I don't know. She said she did it as a thank you.
Yeah.
The girlfriend was like, "Why would you buy my man a sandwich?" Apparently she made comments to another friend saying that like she thinks that he's cute and like that's the type of guy that she would like.
That's different.
That's very different.
adds
The other girl
context.
didn't mention that statement, but the girlfriend said that about her, that she heard that.
Adds context. Everything else, I could see where they're coming from, but I don't think it's that deep because are they friends though?
Who?
The boyfriend and the other girl.
I don't think they're friends. I think
Doesn't
they
really
maybe
sound
just
like it,
all
no.
yeah, no, I think they just all met in a setting. Like, but then him and her hit it off and they started dating. But it's like I just met this is like a friend that I met you with, but like we're not friends. That's your friend. And they lived together at the time.
If you're not friends, that's weird. But the last part with the sandwich, that one just sounds like an exchange of like I did this for you and thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's like someone bringing a pie to your house.
Okay.
If your friend, especially, and it's different. I think it would be different if there was no exchange. If she just brought food unprovoked, that's different. Some people, like, it is a thank you. If he mounted your TV, I'm going to bring a sandwich.
Right.
And you said that she was there. It's not like he was alone. Or didn't you say she gave the food to the girl?
That's what the other girl claimed.
So
yes.
I feel like that's an attempt to try to be respectful. Like, it's not like, you know?
I won't lie, the hoodie one, that one I don't like.
Wait, so
I don't like that one.
he went and mounted another girl's TV.
They live together. So it's like you mounting my roommate's TV. If you and I were dating,
they all live together?
No.
Wait, the two girls are
The
roommates?
two girls were roommates. They lived together. That's what she said. They lived together. They were friends.
Oh,
More and more new
wait.
information.
This
They
might
were-
change a little bit.
They were friends who lived together.
But so then,
This sounds like two girls that just met at the same night at the
No,
club.
no,
This
no,
is
no.
how
They
No.
are friends. They are
but then
friends.
also, this is one thing that I'm not jacking with this though. I feel like she kind of wants to be mad at this girl because in a lot of these things, even if they started, there's a way to stop them very easily.
Okay.
Boom. She added your man to the close friends, right?
Right.
She's wilding in the close friends. You don't like that? Tell her to take him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One,
Fair.
right?
Right.
Communicate. Be an
Say,
adult.
say you're
but-
uncomfortable.
But is that a weird like value
I don't
also
think-
as a woman? Do you think it's weird to like tell your friend like, "Yo, take my man off your close friends"? Is that a weird? I think that's kind of a weird
could say
combo to
you're
have.
uncom-
No,
comfortable.
because like sometimes I'm like, oh hey, I see your friend. Like we're both on that friend's close friends
Right.
list. So it's like if something like that they posted, they're like, oh hey, did you like happen to see this? And like yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's like how far my brain will go. Is like, oh, I'm on their friends close friends list because I guess I'm close to them.
Right.
because
Right. Like
through
I
my
feel like
partner.
it's
Because also, the boyfriend, has he brought up to the girlfriend that homegirl is wilding in the close friends? Because if that was me, I feel like I'd probably bring it to my girl like, yo, like, I'm in homegirl's close friend and she be kind of wilding on
yeah.
there. Like,
I don't know if it was brought
As a
up.
risk
close-
management tool, you
Yes.
would do that as your man that wants to
exactly.
keep your
I would be
girl.
like, yo,
Yes, yes.
just so you know,
Facts.
like, I'm in the close friends and I see her wilding on there. That's
Yeah.
one. You could get
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
removed. right?
Transparency.
Boom. Two, the hoodie thing. If they live together, tell her to give you the hoodie back. Why are you watching her
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
hoodie for weeks and you live together? It's different if you barely see her. She lives on a different side of town. That's what I'm saying. I feel like she like wants to be mad at
She
this
wanted a
girl.
conflict almost.
Just take it back.
Yeah,
Take it
yeah.
back. When she comes home, or even if, say, she didn't remember, when she sees it for the first time, when she comes home that day, be like, yo, give me the hoodie back. Boom.
Yeah.
Second one, done. Right there. Third one,
She also said, sorry, that she randomly started loving her boyfriend's favorite brand.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about
Like,
that one.
it's like,
I don't know
it's like
about that
if
one.
you like,
Dior.
I don't know, say that your favorite, no, something maybe like, say your favorite brand
Polo?
is like,
Adidas? Some shit?
no, maybe something like, I don't say it a little more specified. I don't know. Like, say your favorite brand's
YSL
like,
perfume.
no, say it's like gallery department. And I never
Chrome
like,
Hearts,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, say your favorite brand is Chrome Hearts. And I never talk about Chrome Hearts. And me and Val are friends. But all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I love Chrome Hearts. Like, I want to wear Chrome. Like, I'm buying all this. Like, that's
And
kind of like,
there's more than one thoughtful kind of thing going on
Yeah.
now too, like with the sandwich and whatnot. Yeah.
that's what she's saying. So I'm reading this on mute. Yeah. But I feel like, yes, I understand that she might be dragging it a little bit. But there are small things where it's like, girl.
Yeah, she's not
on.
completely flawed in her thinking. I
Right.
would never say that she's insane.
Yeah,
I just
so
feel
she
like
said that she got him a sandwich that he mentioned that he likes. So
Some
he said
people-
out, stop it.
No, I'm just saying some people are attentive people. I'm not that. If you mention your favorite sandwich, I would never remember. But I feel like some people would remember that information. Like
Her
some-
friends,
But
her
like,
friends have
there's
done
a
that for
reason you'd
Christmas.
remember that though.
Her friends have done that for Christmas. That's not a huge
Giving you
thing, though.
a sandwich?
Not a sandwich, but like I mentioned a beard thing, like oil that I mentioned, and she got it for me for Christmas. It was
Your
not
friend?
Yeah.
See, like I don't think like I get there is slight legs to stand on, but all of those things are very fixable.
You could have killed it in the
yeah,
moment.
you could have killed
didn't-
it.
You're not
Her
gonna cut
thinking's
it.
fine. Her execution is bad.
Yeah.
Like you could have nipped this in the butt. You could have
Exactly.
like handled
Right.
this.
And
And then she
explained
said,
why it made you
and then she
uncomfortable.
said she cut the girl off or whatever.
Cold turkey,
Did
yeah.
she cut her off cold turkey, which means she didn't explain to
No.
the girl why she cut her off.
No.
So there was no form of communication that you were upset with the actions that I was doing,
From video, yes. that's what
and
she
you
said.
just cut me off. We're adults, bro.
I don't know how old they are. I don't know how old they are.
But like that's not right. Cause imagine if genuinely like there was a world where the girl was genuinely just being nice and didn't even take in that the stuff that she was doing made the girl feel uncomfortable.
Right.
I feel like the legs that she has to stand on is if she told the girl, yo, I don't like when you do this, or I didn't like these things,
Right.
and she continued to do it.
Fair.
But just cutting someone off cold turkey without even like voicing the discomfort, I don't like that part.
I agree. Yeah, like that's how you communicate. If there's
You
an
have to
issue,
communicate.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk
You
about
can't
it.
leave it and then be mad about the thing that you're refusing to talk about.
This could have been avoided by one simple conversation.
Yeah,
But I
literally.
think
Yeah.
her feelings are valid.
They're
Like
valid.
these
I
are
won't
things.
lie. If
yeah.
I see my friend / roommate walking around my boy's hoodie, like, take it off. What are you doing? What are you doing?
then
what are you
have the
doing?
convo, confront her. Like,
I would have been.
don't
Why are
go to
you?
the-
I'm
don't
like,
go to,
yo,
like,
is that my
social
man's
media.
hoodie?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And then that's what the other girl who responded comes like, yo, she's like, I've been asking you, calling you, trying to get in contact with you, you're not responding, but you want to go on TikTok and make this video, which I agree, that's whack.
Yeah, no, that would be I'd be
That's very whack.
Because if it was the other way around and my homeboy was like bringing stuff for my girl, I wouldn't like it, but I would tell him like,
You'd
yo,
be like, yo,
like
what are you
this
doing?
is weird,
Yeah.
and then see his response.
And if your homeboy was wearing like your, men don't even wear like stuff that girl like men don't wear girls' hoodies. Like I'm trying to figure out, like I don't know.
Something that a girl likes.
Or like if something that like maybe like your girlfriend let him like borrow something. I don't know. Or wear. I don't know. That's maybe
men
it's
don't
different.
be
You can't really
borrowing
reverse
things
that.
from their
What
girls.
if he was going out for a night on a date and everyone was at the crib and he's like, yo, can I borrow your 2 Van Cleef bracelets? And he just kept the Van Cleefs.
That's different
and
because
was-
now it feels like you're flexing. Like you're using my Van Cleef. Like a hoodie just feels like, oh, like you can give your man back the hoodie. Like now it's like, why are you keeping my, like those are expensive as, those are like $6K bracelets.
The hoodie could be expensive.
Not a
It could be a Dior hoodie or something.
I mean, I guess, but it's like also like, yeah, just feel like no one should be wearing my man's hoodie except me. No.
Consistently, yes, I agree. And I feel like that girl.
But even like, why does another girl have your hoodie on?
She was,
But you know why? Like,
Yeah,
but you were
yeah.
there in the moment where she got the hoodie. Remember
is
he
he
said
taking
that.
the hoodie off his back?
Remember
Or more
she.
he's just throwing her a hoodie like, oh, like I had this in the car, like you can wear
has
this.
that been specified?
No. But my thing, if my man takes the hoodie off his back and gives it to my, not happening. No, that's not happening. I'm so sorry.
See,
It's
the
not happening.
context has to be matter. Like, how did she get the sweater in the first place?
I agree. That wasn't disclosed. But
Yeah.
I'm saying in Zoe's world, if we're like, oh, like if we're out and my friend's cold, I'm like, oh, my man has a hoodie in his car, you can wear it. Cool. Take it off and you give it back at the end of the night or whatever. Next time I see you. If my friend goes, oh, I'm cold, and my man goes, and what
No,
the hell?
that's nasty.
What the hell?
It is. It is
What
kind
the
of nasty.
hell?
That's not.
It is,
What
but
the
I'm trying to
hell?
think. I'm trying to think in the
What the
mind of like
hell?
a genuine good guy. What if he asked?
What
He's-
the hell?
If he was like,
But
yo,
Shorty's there shivering and everything. Everybody
yeah,
else
he
is
was like,
cool,
yo, are you
like-
cold?
The-
And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
almost
I
worse.
was like,
It's
yo,
almost worse.
but like, I feel like you.
what the hell?
That all, hearing you say that out
What the
loud,
hell?
yeah, that's oh.
No,
if
but
you-
like, if the girl is visibly, like, if the girl's visibly shivering, I'm like, yo, are you like, do you want like my hoodie or something? And like, you're warm. You have your goose jacket on. You're fine.
Why do I have to be in the
It's not like you're making the choice between the two. If you're blessed, I feel like you would understand me taking. If that's my character, that's different. If I'm just like a genuine kind guy, like I'm the type of guy that'll pull over to the side of the road to help a random person change their tire, I don't think you would be that shocked that I gave your friend. It's not a random girl, remember. It's not a random girl. It's your friend who lives with you. We have some sort of rapport. So I probably, in my mind, I'm trying to put myself in that situation. I probably wouldn't do that. But if I did, in my mind, I'd be like, okay, this is my girl's home girl. There's no like, this gesture should
No
not
cross.
come with any sort of implications.
Right.
So it should be okay.
But on the other side, I think some girls know the significance of taking a guy's sweater.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I
there's
agree
like,
with
there's like a
that.
fine print.
And I agree
so
with
like if
that.
I give Val's friend a sweater just out of sincerity, she might not take that as like, oh, he's being generous. Like, if I take my homegirl's boyfriend's sweater, this is gonna look weird.
And
Now
I
it's
agree.
like, oh my man gave her, like my man gave, or her man gave me his sweater,
And I
then-
agree with that, but because of the fact that sometimes men are, what's the word? We're oblivious to things.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
that point,
Yeah.
you as my girlfriend, you need to handle this situation.
yeah. That's
'Cause
some-
I might be coming from a genuine place. You need to sort this.
If it's like a really good friend, then he would ask me like, hey, seems like your friend's really cold. Like, do you mind asking her if she needs like
This is what I
jacket
would
or
do.
something?
This is how I would handle it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very
I would ask
valid.
my
And
girl.
I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, she's totally cold. Would you mind passing? Like, are you cold? No. Okay, then can you?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
sweater?
yeah.
I
Then I
assume-
feel like having the transition as you.
But if you
as a
just
middle
saw Trey
person,
just start, I just want to see you strip, like not even ask you, just straight take off the
Yeah.
hoodie
I
and
would
just
give
shot.
him like
Hey,
the
are you
weirdest
cold?
look. And be
Yeah,
like,
it's a side eye
"Why?"
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I respect that. Asking like, yo, like,
Yeah, I
you're-
assumed-
like, is it?
See, but I assume that was implied. I feel like at some point during the exchange, there's gonna be like a look to my girl for verification.
That's what I- yeah.
There definitely has to be some sort of verification,
Right.
even if it's just a look. Like if I take it off and I'm like, if you're like, I'll be like, oh.
But that was crazy. That was crazy. Now
Yeah,
I
it
go
wouldn't
crazy
be-
because I'm like,
no.
don't give her
Yeah,
something.
you're
Like,
Oh, it's okay. I'm not cold either. It's
Yeah.
okay.
No, it wouldn't be like
I
that.
can
But of course,
spare
you know,
this.
like in your relationship, like you can, like you could say things without saying it. At a certain, like
Right.
we would have that
Yeah.
exchange before I take it off.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I thought that those TikToks were hilarious. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
And now you're arguing about it on TikTok instead of
Yeah.
just calling me.
See,
Yeah.
that's corny to me.
Yeah,
why
no,
are you
I agree.
Why are you telling people your business and then asking for people's approval on that?
yeah, the close friends thing. I don't know. I mean, I have my friends, some of my friends' boyfriends or like thing on close friends. Like, I mean, I don't wild out on my close friends. Like, I don't be posting like nudes or anything on there. Like, I have you guys on there. Like, it's not that serious, but like, I feel like if I had a friend who was like
Twerking on our close friends. every
wilding
day.
on her close friends, I'd be like, yo, don't put my man on there. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, just tell her to take him off.
Yeah.
I feel like these are all the things that, like, just on the surface, yeah, seem crazy, but with the context and
Yeah.
everything, it's like, oh.
Like if my close friends just like inappropriate jokes that I really because like people from work
Yeah.
follow me or whatever. Just like
Yeah.
maybe I'm out partying or something. I can't
Exactly.
really post it, but like, yeah.
But that's how I feel like she wanted it to look like that though. Like she wanted to make it seem as crazy as possible,
Right.
leaving out certain context. And that's why the other girl was like, whoa.
Fair.
What I find strange is that, like, she never mentioned the boyfriend doing any faults at all.
No.
Like, nothing.
No.
I was like,
We don't know what his reaction was to anything.
And how much you
We
want
need
to
a
bet?
TikTok from the boyfriend.
Facts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how much you want to bet? I'm assuming how much you want to bet at some point during this whole thing, she like was kind of salty at him.
Maybe.
And it's like, why are you mad at me? I didn't even do
It's almost like
anything.
he didn't react a certain way that she wanted, and this is why she's doing this bullshit.
Oh,
Very
man.
fair. That was an interesting
Tough.
breakdown because I was like, I find it's very interesting. This little.
I need to watch these videos. I see
Yeah,
them going
I have
viral
them.
and everything.
Yeah. They've gone pretty viral. They made it to Twitter, so you know they've gone viral if they make it to Twitter.
Tough, man.
But yeah, well, that was a pretty jam-packed episode. We didn't even get through. We never get through the list. We just have
We
to-
did therapy. We did
We have to-
crazy heavy pop culture news.
Yeah, we're gonna have to slowly make it down to our more evergreen topics later in the year.
You'll have to travel sooner or later. So
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
In December, so
Yeah.
in a few weeks I have to travel, so we'll just wrap it down. All right, guys. Well, we can wrap this up. Thank you for episode 36. Thank you, Cinco, for
Rasheed
calling.
Wallace.
Shout out for y'all. Shout out Acast and Amazon Music, and we'll see you guys next week.